We are so nervous. It's like
we're nervous.
Like we feel like we used to do this like so comfortably, but now tonight we're just like all day we were like on edge, and oh my gosh! So hopefully we can get past this. Also have to turn it off.
Right. How many long has it been? It's definitely been a couple months since we've gone live.
Yeah, how long has it been?
Well, at least like 3, 4. December. I feel like we went.
Guys, how long has it been?
December.
Since last you've seen our mugs.
All right, our mugs, girl. Not our mugs.
Our mugs,
girl. Our mugs.
Let me see.
Speaking of mug, protein smoothie.
Okay. With my mug lid. Okay.
Can you hear us? Can you see us? Okay. Is the sound okay?
Let me just get to that. I don't want to do all the like the little stuff extra that we do that holds us up. I want to be on time. How late were we?
I know. What time is it? Oh, 8:04. Not that late.
Okay.
Not that late. Not as late as we used to be.
That was the old us.
I was like watching the chat and my mom was like getting herself together. I was like, I wonder when they're going to start talking about us. Like, you know, typical MADCURLS. They're late.
I know.
Okay. Stick this over here.
Okay.
Hi. We've been missed. We've missed you guys too.
I know, you guys, really. And it meant so much to me. Maybe about a month ago, maybe, like the perfect day, and all of a sudden, like I started getting like messengers on Facebook, and people were like, "We miss you" and all that, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Taylor, we're missed," and it just like was like the perfect time, the perfect day. It was like I was almost done with all I had to do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I just felt like it was like a welcoming back. I'm like, we're definitely going to do this again.
Yeah, definitely going to do it. I'm on spring break right now, so I've had like the whole week off. So basically my spring break is like winding down. And you were like, let's do it tonight. All right,
yeah.
This watch ain't going with the fit. So this ain't working right now.
Okay.
Braids are cute. Thank you. I know, first time Braids MADCURLS channel. This is the little switch up. They're actually about to come out.
Okay. Oh my God, I see
Virtual
Ari.
hugs.
I see Kayla Marie. I see Riri's Nursery. Leslie LeBron. Like this feels like the old school, right? I still have to call out people because
everybody's OG because we're basically now.
Well, my behavior is OG, girl.
What do you mean your behavior's OG?
Calling out names.
Oh, your behavior's OG, girl.
Okay. I see Zoe. What was it? Zoe Miller. Carrie Cardenas. Let's see. I was going to say Team Mom Braids. I mean Team Mom. Sandra Norman. Essie. I'm going to say yes. Okay. Keeney. Veronica Glover. Kish Woodward. Felicia. Dina Moreno. Tina Billingsley. I remember that name. Cheryl LG. I see you all the time on Facebook still. Yeah, I know. Even though like I was still there, like I just wasn't having any activity whatsoever. I had really gone down low. So that was best for me. But I saw everybody and everything, and I just didn't really still want to be like on the platform really unless I was posting doggy. So I saw birthdays and all that, but I just thought it was in my best interest not to do it at all. How many people are in the room?
Oh my gosh. Seeing all the old names, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, oh my God. All the old names we recognize. Like Tatiana Raglan, Ashley Harris, Felicia, T-Mom, Wanda.
I see Deasia P. Ms. Bohemia and her roller skates.
What's going on? This is so exciting. Kim Gregory, Erica, Kia, Lammy, hey girl.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like old times.
Tina Billingsley, hey girl.
106 Andy made it. Wow, look at this.
So
Nicole Ford, she said she'd be here. And I see you are. Thank you. The welcoming committee. Okay, so do we look any worse for the wear, guys?
Right?
I said put on a few poundages. But we're working on it.
We're working on it. No, we really are. Guys, I just got a free elliptical. Anybody go on like, so there are these sites where it's like buy nothing and like they add your town. So say it's like, you know, I lived in like, I don't know, buy nothing like, you know, Carrot Town or something. So I would like join the buy nothing Carrot Town and like you literally buy nothing. Like people post stuff that they don't want. And like the people are switching and swatching stuff throughout the town that we live in. And so somebody posted a Nordic track elliptical and like 40 people wanted it. But so I just like say, hey, like I'm interested in it too. When she put everyone's name through a spinner and like I got it. Yeah. And so like Josh, Adam, like we had to get a U-Haul, like we went over, so basically it wasn't free, but we paid like what, $50 for a U-Haul to go get it.
Club
but
quality.
It is a nice elliptical that we wheeled in here, and so like we really are like Trying to get
like,
summer
the
body ready
kinds,
right now.
like you see at the club, like they're just dirty because they have like a lot of folks go switches watching it like on a daily basis. So it's like basically they had like the Nordic tracks there or the Nautilus, and there's another one.
So is the
brand.
Nautilus really one? You call it Nautilus?
Yeah, there really is.
There's one called Nautilus. Okay.
I keep calling it Nautilus, but it's Nordic track.
Nordic track,
but
and it is
talk about
nice.
heavy quality. It's exactly what is in Fitness Edge.
Yeah, it was free 99, and it had only been used. She said 2 or 3 times, and she just wasn't using it. So she said she wanted to gift it to somebody, and my name got pulled out the hat, and I was like, I will be right there to get it, and I got it, and I absolutely love it. And
I see Angela Marcinkovich. I see Wanda Schultens. You know me about names and calling out folklore.
Go make sure you get everybody.
I'm trying to,
get everybody.
I'm my miracle worker. Come back around if I miss you.
Right, raise your hand if we say your name yet.
Okay.
But yeah, calorie deficit, eating healthy, 10,000 steps a day, 30-minute elliptical. We're getting summer body ready around here. So, but we feel good. I said it's not just about taking off the weight. It's like mental health, which I feel like this is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It needs been a theme throughout while we've been gone, just trying to get our mental health together. Mental health is a serious thing,
What I did notice though, let's get a petition going, guys, for those that need walkers. I'm using a walker more and more lately. All the stress I was under, it really deteriorated my health. So
hi Cheryl, hi.
And so when I'm trying to get my steps in, still, it doesn't register. Even at the grocery store.
Yeah, when you're holding on to something, it won't count your steps.
It doesn't.
Yeah, we bought a watch that tracks. That's what I just took off. And if you're holding on to something, it won't track your steps.
I really thought I was gonna get a walk and go marching up and down the street like I had my real legs and had that kind of stamina. But a walker's slightly a little bit different. I don't have as much. It's not me, so I'm pushing something along. To me, it's a little bit more laborious. So I guess they call it an assistive aid. I don't see how it's assisting me. To me, I'm dragging it along or pushing. It's a lot of work. So, and it doesn't register the steps.
Yeah.
So I went to Google because I thought maybe it was me or, the watch was broken or whatever. But no, they said it's not for that population.
So just swing one arm if you can. So hold on with one arm and swing one if you can. When I'm on the elliptical, I'm thinking I could do kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I want to do 10,000 steps and 30 minutes on the elliptical. So I thought I'd be getting steps in, but when I got off, it had barely moved. I'm probably because I'm holding on, and so it wasn't counting my steps.
I know the Apple Watch, the Apple phone has the, don't start doggy, has the stair count, stairs up, stairs down. And because I guess I hold on to the banister, it doesn't count the stairs, the steps, and I'm not about to let go. It's not that important to me. I know I'm up and down the stairs.
Right, we know we're moving. It comes to a point where it's well, I know I got steps in. How many I don't know, but just because I didn't want to count. Yeah, Doggy's still around.
Of course.
Doggy, where you? He turned 3 a couple weeks ago. He's 3 years old now.
T-Mom, what do you mean? My body recognizes the movement because it doesn't register though.
No, meaning so the watch might not, but your body does. So it's still your body's still getting worked out.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we getting cheated? Even going to the grocery store, wheeling that cart around.
Yeah, last night we were at the grocery store and I was so mad. We were all over that grocery store and when I came out, I had done 20 steps. I'm no, I definitely did more than that.
Yeah. So I know in my mind it's it's not that important to me. I just want to have the movement because I started reading that at least 10,000 steps a day at the very least, and that is the very least. I didn't realize how little I was moving. I really didn't.
I want to see you.
Tay's well, Mom, maybe because you didn't have the watch on you, and we definitely didn't have the little bracelets that we got from Amazon, but I didn't have my Apple Watch. So there was a week where I had 8 steps. No way in the world I had 8 steps, but there was just times I just was not moving around, and I just did not want my little bit of mobility that was deteriorating to deteriorate maybe even further. So it makes me feel good to try it. Oh, Joseph Harris, hey! To move. So I'm doing the best I can.
Here's Doggy. He's
okay, really? Okay. Yeah, definitely. I have totally embraced it, and and I'm okay with it. I was a little shy at first.
Why are you so stiff?
But I don't want to miss out on life, and so I just said, no one's looking at me. Maybe somebody every now and then might do a glance because maybe, guys, I'm sickening. Okay, the house. And they're probably why is that beautiful woman with that walker? So, maybe it's a quick glance, but nobody's just, gazing, I wonder what her story is. It's just not, it's just, quick, a double take kind of. I've done that sometimes, seeing people, and I wonder what their story is, but, I'm not just gazing.
Yeah.
So, but I learned to kind of, just ignore that, concentrate on it. I don't want to miss out on life with my kids. I don't want to miss out, like, at times with Spencer's house hunting. Tay's going to the mall, picking up something. And I don't want to miss out on that. Like, what sense does that make for all this pride and stuff? These people don't know me, and I don't know them from Adam. So it's just another part of the journey. And, that's it. So it's okay. Really?
I was like, we missed you so much. It's serious when my husband asked what happened to the mother and daughter YouTubers you used to watch. I know. And the fact that y'all are still here, I'm like, there's still people popping in to say hi. Yeah, no, we're busted. But y'all don't know.
Don't say my hair looks thick, girl. It must be a lot of hiding and trickery and everything. I think I lost an awful lot of hair. During this journey. I'll share with, like, a few more people get in the room, so I don't want to keep repeating it because it's not y'all probably can guess what it is. A lot of people that asked about a month ago, I went through the messenger. I seriously went on the download. I didn't want to put anything whatsoever on Facebook because I was utilizing social media to get stuff that I needed, so I wasn't going to be that dumb to put my life out there. So I just didn't want to do that. But anyway, I was going to tell you guys, of course, you guys know I was going through a divorce, and I finally got divorced. It was very, very stressful. It took everything out of me. I don't wish it on anyone. I didn't wish it on myself, but I did it. I took it as a full-time job. I'm telling you, I took it as a full-time job. So much so, like, I didn't even sleep at night. I was always up researching, looking. If you ever get an attorney or if you ever get a divorce, you have to be your own advocate. Even if you get the best attorney, there's still things that they may miss because they're not as invested as you are. I was invested for 32 years, and I was not going to be taken advantage of. So I was looking, reading, studying. I seriously became an attorney. I became my own advocate. I was bringing things to my attorney on a daily basis, showing things, and my bill reflects it. But anyway, you miss things. So, that's what I was doing. I took it as a full-time job. It was very draining, and I wasn't in the headspace to kind of like do this. I didn't want to really be seen. I didn't want to look all jovial, start showing my worldly goods and things and promote, like, just bragging about what I had and all that. I just didn't want any part of my life to be out there whatsoever, good, bad, or indifferent. So I just thought it was best for me because here I go, chatty away, telling all my business, but I'm free as a bird and I can tell all I want to tell. I might even write a book. I told my attorney I'm going to write a book. It's going to be called 2 Weeks Notice because that's what I was given back in 2018, 2 weeks notice. And
that's lit.
I love that, right? 2 weeks notice.
That's lit.
So I said I was going to start writing the story because I'm sure I'm not the only one that it happened to. It's a horrible thing. But here I am, a survivor once again. I rose like a phoenix once again. And I survived. So.
We're proud of you.
Thank you, girl. I could have done without you. Girl, you guys know she's everything to me. She is like everything. She is like strength. She's everything. So I couldn't have done it without busting this here.
Oh, busting
I didn't have her negotiating. But at one time I was just like, I can't do it anymore. I'm drained. I cannot do it. I can't even put the words together. I can't even write anything out. I can't think. And I'm like, so introducing, I said, my daughter Taylor Wesley, she's my mouthpiece. You have to deal with her now because I can't do this anymore. I was just drained at the end. And so they got to know her. And so yes, I made it through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, write the book. I know someone else say that I'm teaching. Yeah, there was that too. Still a first year teacher. Since I'm on spring break,
thanks, Erica Fleming.
Another teacher said, like, think of it like this: when you get back, we only have 7 more Mondays. So we have 7 more Mondays until the school year ends. So now it's just kind of like the race to the finish. And I would have completed my first year teaching, which it's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. So I can't wait to do it again next year. They're like, you're coming back next year? I'm like, you bring me back next year? Like, I will come back.
I love the way you handle the kids.
Do it again.
In your classroom. And you're really cool the way you handle that. You're the perfect 6th grade teacher.
Thanks, Gal.
Wait,
I love it.
I see something here. I was telling you about my book. Wanda Schulten's, like, if you want to tell me, like, what is your age, kind of? Because it does happen at a certain age. Because trust me, I've been with this struggle with this hair loss for years. I think mine started like in my 40s-ish. And then it's kind of like slowed down for a while. And then I think it's definitely stress. So, I mean, it's still coming out. I actually went down to Joe Ortiz went down there a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't make myself look all busted, so I had to make myself feel good. So I went down there and I asked them not to post anything, because I just didn't want. I mean, like on Instagram, like I didn't really, but like I wasn't gonna put the pictures and advertise like on Facebook because I just, again, I didn't want my business out there. What I was doing, getting haircuts and all that. So, but it was falling out so much that I went to New Jersey and got my hair cut just because I couldn't take the stress. I just said, let me just like cut it all off. And I was right there almost that I really don't like her, and that's my opinion. But I was almost like, okay, Jade, I'm like right there with you. Seriously, I was like right there. I'm like, maybe this is the new look because it was like getting to me that bad. It hasn't slowed down, but it's not.
You said Jada?
I'm sure.
Oh, I just said Jane. I'm like,
no,
that's
Jada,
Jane. Like Jada.
Maybe that's the new look, girl.
That's the new look. Yeah, just completely cutting it all
Embrace
off.
it, yeah. Because I couldn't take the stress. I had enough stresses going on. I had to get rid of one. So, but it's slowed down a poquito, but not a whole lot. Like it's still coming out more than it like really ever has. I don't know what the deal is, but I would love to have like
stress,
like have like highlights like I used to, but I can't. I just have to have drab, dark hair. Just be glad to have some hair on my head, I guess.
No, that's what I tell you. I like stop like enough like the highlights, because those are the first things to go.
I know,
when your hair starts acting busted,
away.
It's the highlights
that
go.
I know.
And I had to braid mine up, y'all. I can't get past the awkward phase. I couldn't get past it so much, so big chopped it, like I completely big chopped it, and then it grew back in, and then I big chopped it, and then I went all the way down, like basically scalped myself, and then when it grew back from that, it had grown back a lot, but I didn't like it. It looked like a bowl on my head, so I
loved it.
I went to Luvina, Leslie, Connecticut Curly Hair Salon, had her taper it again, so she cut it short here, it was longer here, but then when it was growing in, it's literally like long here, it's like these two sides aren't equal, and the way it's growing in is just annoying me because it's growing in as a taper. So I need to get it cut and get it all even again. But I was like, you know what? I'm putting braids in. So actually first I started with faux locks, and that was okay. They were cute, but like it was okay. And then I went with braids, and my braids have almost been in for 2 months now. So they need to come out. But yeah, I'm trying to get past the awkward phase. Once it gets like here, we'll be good, but it's still like here, like a bowl around my head, and right now it's uneven. And so once I take these out, I'll probably have her just even it off.
I would be so grateful.
So it's growing in even. It's not even right now.
Yeah, I think it's adorable. Basically, it looks like mine, and you hate it.
No, honestly, like I feel like the longer hair makes me look younger. When I have it shorter, I feel like I look older. I feel like I look younger here, and then when my hair is short, unless it's like edgy in a taper, then I look younger and I look sickening. But like the fact that it's a little bit longer right now, I feel like it's pushing me into my mid-30s, like it's 40s, like it just, I don't like it. I don't like it right now. So yeah, I'm trying to get over that.
Wait, I'm still dealing with the hair loss with Wanda. So Wanda, like, have you tried anything new? What is new in your regimen? Have you tried any new medications, any new foods, anything you've taken away? Like you have to start kind of like going backwards to see what you're doing differently. But again, like mine, I kind of started very heavily at that age for whatever reason. I don't know. And if you kind of like Google things like that, they always say women in their 40s and 50s just for no reason. Like, I don't know, is it hormones or something? I have no idea.
Oh, is it pronounced mature?
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 It's mature.
I don't know. This is the last that said mature. It's pronounced mature. Leslie LeBron, she said mature.
Is it mature?
Is it mature?
I thought it was mature. I would say mature.
Mature? We've been saying it wrong our whole life.
I don't know.
Guys, is it mature or is it mature? Either way, I look older.
Hey, my cousin Stephanie Daniels is here. Hey, girl.
I'm really feeling it.
Nice.
Aunt Stephanie?
Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. She's my cousin. That's my sister. That's like my it was me, my sister. She normally pops in here, and then my cousin Stephanie. So Stephanie, I had to make phone calls to the family, but so did you hear the news? Now I'm divorced, so that's why I've been on the down low. But so nice of you to pop in. So you come here, Aunt Stephanie.
Hey, Lele.
That's
Hey,
Stephanie.
Andrea.
That's Aunt Stephanie. Come here, you silliness.
But I saw someone ask before with my teaching, because they were like watching the news and like how like teachers are quitting and because like kids are acting the fool and whatnot. And I like being on TikTok. I like following TikTok teachers. On my TikTok, I do like my teacher outfits of the day. That makes me happy. But there have been a lot of people that I follow that are teachers that are like quitting their jobs. Like a lot of teachers are quitting, and I almost feel like bad for like talking about like my experience, because I'm not having a bad one. Like, so like, I don't know, I feel like people are scared to become teachers right now, and I'm not like discrediting like their experience, because every district is different, states are different, the kids are different, but like, I love my job. I love the people I work with. I love my administration. I love the parents. I love the kids. I love the teachers. I love the dish. Like, I'm having a great first year experience, and like all this mess, all this fallout from the vid and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, my kids don't act a fool. I mean, they're middle schoolers, so like they have little attitudes, whatever, but it's nothing over the top. Like, you know,
I think it's the way you command a classroom. I think that it depends, probably the control that a teacher has. Like, you know, I used to always say that a monkey knows what tree to climb. I used to always say that with children. Like, your friends would come over and some kids would come in and look like they're going to cut the food. Remember, act the fool. Remember the time Spencer had the party and people were shaking bottles of soda? What? I think you guys remember, we were doing lives back then. Bottles of soda in my house? Are you out of your mind? Everybody roll up your sleeves, put down the video controls. Y'all gonna clean this kitchen tonight. Okay, we're gonna clean it tonight, and they did. Okay, they were scared, moving fast, sock feet. I don't care what they had. Y'all gonna clean. I don't run my house like that. So and so I don't know if they do that at their summer parties and stuff, but not in this house. Not at all. No, not at all.
Thank you, Song, for the super chat. Oh my God, girl. Classrooms of today are not like classrooms you have today. No, they're not. Absolutely. I would agree. No, they're absolutely not. There are times where I feel like thinking about myself as a sixth grader and like thinking about my kids, I feel like I'm teaching like fourth graders. Like, there's definitely like something there that is not the same. It's definitely not the same. I was even telling Josh today about the stuff that they had us doing in sixth grade, like nature's classroom. Like, they would pack us up and bring us to the middle of Connecticut in the woods to live for like a week. Like, they had us doing stuff that they don't have.
Crop would be able to handle something like that.
No. And they had us like collabing with like other towns to kind of get to know other types of students like outside of our district. Like, that kind of stuff was so valuable, but like they don't do any of that stuff anymore. No. And I don't know, but I was like, I don't know about these group of kids being packed up for a week in the middle of Connecticut. But then it's like, maybe that's how they grow. Like, you pack them up, throw them in the middle of the woods, and like they you know, not fend for themselves, but like they gotta take care of themselves. Like, I don't know, give them the opportunity. But it definitely is different. I would agree with that.
Yeah, not today, Wanda, right? I don't run my house like that.
Yeah, y'all, the woods for the week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you this experience, because me and Josh were talking about it today, and I was like, this really happened. So we remember Nature's Classroom, right?
Yep.
It was called Nature's Classroom.
I remember it.
Yeah. Girl, I was a hot mess for Nature's Classroom.
Yeah.
So Nature's Classroom, sixth grade. It was like 5 days, I think. And they like packed you up, those who wanted to go, and you would go stay in cabins and stuff in like the middle of the woods. And do like different activities. They had like a dining hall. Like, thinking about it, it was a cool experience. But for like my nerves coming off of like bullying and stuff, like I was very sensitive. Didn't I ran away from Nature's Classroom?
Yes, I remember, because they called up and like talk fast, like get to the punchline.
A kid was picking on me.
Is my daughter alive, and where is she?
Yeah, a kid was picking on me, and I like ran out of the classroom I was in. I went like hiding in the woods like a lunatic. And it's so funny, because one of the teachers I teach with, we were talking about that at the table, and she said one of the years she went, somebody ran away. And I was like, that was me. Like, I was this, like, she was one of the teachers there. So like, I worked with a lot of the teachers that were like teachers when I was in sixth grade, and it was just craziness. But
I want to say hi to people. Okay, so now Bernadette, I'm the welcoming committee. Bernadette Johnson, hi, because we haven't seen these people so long. And then I see somebody said she was new. Karen Loach, is it? Hi, ladies. This is Karen from Pennsylvania, and I'm new to your channel. Let's see who else. Girl, start looking. Start doing some more.
Wait, I'm reading comments about what I was saying.
Okay. About your Nature's Classroom.
Yeah, because I didn't get to the fun part.
Oh yeah, okay.
Where they made us do like the Underground Railroad assignment.
Somebody said, "Oh my God, I went to Nature's Classroom." Blank page said that.
Did you have to do the Underground Railroad thing where they yanked us up in the middle of the night and brought us all to the dining hall and like told us like the Underground Railroad and what it was, and like all the students had to pretend to be slaves, and then like all the people in charge were like the masters, and we had to get from point A to point B without getting caught by the masters, and they were like screaming in our faces like because we were the slaves, and like that they really did that. And Josh was like, I'm like, no, they really did that.
What I've been watching lately, because I keep seeing so much about it.
See, Alexis Simmons said we did that. See, I was like, this is not, I'm like, I unlocked a core memory today.
What was the learning experience from that?
I guess like what it was like for slaves in the Underground Railroad, but I'm like, think about other like atrocities. Like, we're not reenacting those to see what it would feel like as those people, but no, they really had us like in the dark with workers screaming in our faces like we were slaves, and we had to like run through the woods to get from point A to point B without getting caught by the masters.
What do you guys think about them correcting what's already been done, correcting the history? Because I really started watching America's Next Top Model like just a few days ago, so I'm on season 3 already because I'm really trying to get to the bottom of why I keep hearing about tweets. I'm not on Twitter, but I'm wondering why there's tweets out there and why everyone's saying that the show did not age well. So no, it did not age well at all. I'm seeing why they're saying that, but was that the time? Was that like that time, like that 2010, 2012? Like everything was so not right back then.
Yeah.
No, people are saying was a hot mess.
Yeah. No, times were different because people are saying they did it, but they did it in high school. It was some sort of exercise that was done back in the day. So It was done.
No, I know it was done.
Crazy.
I remember packing you up. I remember you running away.
But like me thinking about it, like I was in the woods, like laughing with my friends, like we were playing tag, like just not even registering. Now it's registering, but like at the time, like I just remember being very scared. And just like me and my friends running through the woods, like trying not to get caught. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hot mess.
Imagine. Yeah.
Hot mess.
Yeah. Underground Railroad. Let's see, Alexis Simmons. Ksenia Child. Wow, I haven't seen that name in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
But I haven't seen her in a longer time.
Josephine Rodriguez, hey.
It's me, Miss Mo. Ashley Harris. That would not fly today.
It would absolutely not fly. Not fly. Wouldn't even get off the ground.
That's a new name, Lele, right?
Ashley busted.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even get off the ground. Like, I'm like, no, but that was really a thing.
Okay. What school was that?
So yeah, start about like they said inflicting that kind of trauma on Black children. And I'm wondering, like, did it register?
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, as like an African American student, amongst a lot of like white peers in 6th grade, I'm like, did it? I don't think it hit the way, if I really thought about it, how it should have hit. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, this is crazy. I just went along with it. Like,
never have done that. You're just so young and so
yeah. Like it didn't register. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh okay. Like this is what we're doing. Like, but to most of us, it was like, oh, like we're playing like tag, like capture the flag, like don't get caught like in the middle of the night. We're all running through the woods, like woo, like didn't register. I don't think.
Right.
Like I don't know.
Len Lewis said, "No, that's too much." Like it's a horrible experience, as Veronica said.
No, there were some really good parts in Nature's Classroom, but that is one thing that always sticks out. Like I really think about it. I'm like, why? What was the reason? What is the reason?
Yeah, they would drag school for doing something like that now. Yeah, things are just, you just can't get away with anything now. And I love it. But to go back and dig up like back then. So yeah, no, I don't know how she got away with it. And she's not responding to any of this stuff. And there's footage after footage. They call it cycles, cycle after cycle of her carrying on and doing these things and all of this artistic photos. And it's just really crazy what they're doing. And people are calling her out, but she's not really saying much about it.
Yeah. Ashley Harris. Was it a camp? No, it was called Nature's Classroom, and it was something like 6th graders had an opportunity to go on every year, and like it was during the school year, and you would go for 5 days, and it was called Nature's Classroom. Mm-hmm. Hey, hair question. I want to get braids as a protective style. How do you wash them? So, my hair texture is like really soft. So like my hair is even like kind of like popping out of these braids a little bit. So they're not like as, secure. I don't know, like laid as like they could be or whatever. Because it's like my hair. Like my hair is so like soft that like pops out of like the braid. So it's like sticking out in certain places. So as far as how do I wash my scalp, like I do not submerge my scalp in water because my curls will start popping out and I can't have that. Mm-hmm. So what I do is like I kind of just like finger kind of clean my scalp. I also use apple cider vinegar, dry shampoo just to kind of get into my scalp. But my scalp really has been amazing for them being in for like a month and a half. Like not product buildup because I'm not adding a whole lot of product in my hair. Like really I style my hair maybe once a week. Like, you know, I'll put some mousse here, slick my edges or whatever, but I'm not adding product to my hair every single day. And there's really not a lot of product buildup in my scalp. So, but as far as like, I know some people shampoo their scalp and stuff. Like I don't do any of that because my hair is too soft for that and it will start popping out. So I do not do that. Have you used a Shea Moisture braid line? I use the oil. is it like an oil or like a scalp oil in that line? I found out the hard way with my braids with hair. Though, like, I have to soak the hair and get, like, the synthetic hair.
Yeah, tell about so this is, like, the second go-around. You did locks the first time and had no experience whatsoever. And there's no consultation involved. So you literally sat in the chair for, like, what, 8 or 9 hours. It came home and they were popping off left, right,
so
and
I found a stylist that, like, you know, Instagram looked good. Seemed like a really nice lady. She was a really nice lady. I went in there. She installed it. And I would say within like 3 or 4 or 5 days, my scalp was just on fire. And like I knew she said it was gonna be tight the first couple of days, but like it was more than tightness. Like my scalp was just itching. Like I was crying. My scalp was just burning and itching. And so, come to find out, like the synthetic hair had to be soaked because there was a chemical on it, and some people are sensitive to that. And like I was like really upset because I was like, okay, like basically she knew I was new. Like I told her I could not have made it more clear. Like I had never done this before, never got a protective style. And she was just like, okay, like she was gonna supply the hair. She was supplying everything. And so I was like, okay, like cool. I knew nothing about soaking hair. And so she's like, so when I told her, she's like, oh yeah, sometimes some people have a reaction. She's like, okay, well take it out. And it took like 7 hours to put in. She's like, take it out. She's like, and we'll soak the hair and reinstall it. And so I had to take it out, soak the hair and reinstall it. But like, I mean, she wanted to like me to pay her to like redo it basically. Like it wasn't as much as I paid the first time, but she wanted like $50 and then she wanted like an additional to come in on like her day off or something to do it, which I don't know. I just did it because I wanted my hair done, but it never really sat right in my spirit because I was like, you know, why don't you like check with your like I feel like she should have brought up the fact that like people do have reactions to synthetic hair and she did not. So anyway, paid to get it redone.
Always to make you happy. And I know when something goes wrong with my stylist, she'll tell me to come right in, and she is not okay until I'm happy. And so for her to charge you, and you know, I mean, okay, it was her day off, but still.
Yeah, because like I mean, I had just gotten it done, paid the full amount, even bought some of her products because she had like a product line or whatever, but like went above and beyond, tip, product, everything, like paid a whole lot of money to get it done. And then for me to take it out 5 days later because she was like, oh yeah, because she doesn't soak the hair, she doesn't assume to soak the hair. She's like, oh well, yeah, a lot of my clients don't react. But that doesn't mean people can't react. Like I was brand new. I knew nothing about hair soaking and chemicals on synthetic hair. But yeah, I had a horrible reaction. Had to take it out.
Did she soak it for you? She didn't soak. You bought it, right? You got to bring it in there to her.
So I brought it to her. After she installed it, we took it out. I brought all the hair back to her, like the locks. She soaked it and then reinstalled it in my hair for more money.
That's what I said. Like, I think that she could definitely get away with it. But if you're up like close and personal, they probably are not as clean as they were when she first got them. But I definitely think she could.
So actually, they were looking kind of rough this week probably because I've been in bed all week, like chilling because I'm on spring break. But like I did refresh the front, but there is a lot of growth. I've been taking Curlsmith hair vitamins for 2 months, so like there is a lot of growth in my scalp. But I'm definitely gonna see if I can get another like week or 2 out of them. Because my routine in the morning is so easy, and I'm gonna be very sad when I have to take them out. But I went to a different lady for these. I soaked all this hair myself, and she installed it, and like no issues, no problem. I really like her. Her if you look at if you're in Connecticut or like New York, whatever, her name on Instagram is Braids by Fatima. It's like PHATYMA or something. Okay. Braids by Fatima. She is such a nice lady. Really like her. Her work is chef's kiss. Like I really like her. So. Hi, Karen Ann. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, so she did these. Me and Josh have to go to a wedding in July, so I'm definitely going to be getting these in again because we're traveling.
You said it takes just as long to take them out as it is to put them in.
Yeah, I'm dreading the takedown. So these took 10 hours. I sat in her chair for 10 hours to get these done, and I feel like they're going to take me every bit of like the entire season of Bridgerton 2. I'm going to rewatch while I take...
Or I'll be rewatching because you want me to help you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to get you, Spencer, Adam, Josh, everybody grab a braid. Like, it's going to be like we're all going to be taking these braids out. Does it really take that
long to take them out?
So, I've never done a takedown. So, my locks took me like 2 hours to take them down. My locks... But these, they say braids take longer to take down. So, how long does the takedown go? How do you soak? You soak them in apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar and water, and you will literally see like a white cloud in the water. Like that's the chemical like coming off the synthetic hair. And so I soaked it for like an hour, basically lathered, rinsed, repeat, and soaked it again for like another hour. I soaked the hair for like 2 hours, and then I shampooed it, conditioned it, and no issues whatsoever. No itchy scalp, no nothing. I think That's why they've been so good. No, you know, even
You
with
prefer
product
the
and my
braids,
stuff.
right?
I prefer the braids.
Miss Bohemian said, "What do you prefer?"
The braids.
I like the locks. I like the messy look. I don't like
Yeah.
so perfect. I mean, like they're absolutely perfect.
Right.
I don't like perfection. I like the messy.
My hair is
yeah.
so soft that the locks, my hair kept popping out of the locks and the hair was slipping out. So with locks, you like braid the lock into your hair and then you wrap it to hide your hair, and like my hair kept poking out of the lock and that bothered me. So, but these are low maintenance, like nothing's popping out of nothing except like little places here and there because my hair is so soft.
Patty Brown said, wait, who's Josh? That's right, Patty Brown. She's been gone for a while.
Josh, you guys know Josh. The big teddy bear Josh, the one we broke up last year and got back together, Josh, and we've been together ever since, Josh. Like you know Josh.
You cut the lane, and that's what you thought that you would do, right? I'm like, you're in charge of cutting the lane, but I'm like, don't give the boys scissors.
Yeah, no, I would like cut them, and then like everyone just has to help me like unbraid them.
Right.
What do you soak the hair in again? Apple cider vinegar and water. So yeah, you could even like YouTube it, like soaking synthetic hair. But if you've never had like gotten your hair done, just assume you're allergic and just soak the synthetic hair. Because honestly, like I was like crying the fact that I sat in that chair for 6 hours and then she's like, take it out. But like once I took it out, I felt the relief immediately. But yeah, no, it was the synthetic hair that my scalp was reacting to horribly. So yeah, if you're not sure, soak the hair.
Yeah, can you
just
imagine
soak the hair
sitting that long and then having to take it all down?
And then when I sat there again, I was just like, oh my gosh.
I had
and
no
then
idea
pay it
how
again.
long
It was
Yeah.
And then this took 10 hours, so I made sure I was like, this hair is gonna be soaked again, shampooed, conditioned, everything, because to get this done for 10 hours and then have a reaction, yeah.
How long do you soak it for?
For like an hour. I soaked mine for an hour, took it out, shampooed, conditioned it, and called it a day. But like you'll see, you kind of want to soak it until the water like runs clean. So like I soaked it for like 40 minutes. You know, took it out of the water, like rinsed the hair off, and then I like filled it back up again with water, apple cider vinegar, soaked it again, and like more chemical came off. So
and then you like got like the different color hair, and then Doggy went running off with the hair you were having to fix.
So because I bought my own hair, I knew I wanted it to be the color of my natural hair, but then I also wanted like some blonde pieces in there. So I bought packs of blonde hair, and I also bought packs of brown hair. And like it's a process to like stick them together and break them up, and then like I'm like mixing the hair. And the hair is just like it gets like ratty easily because it's like synthetic. It's basically plastic. Like it's plastic. Like so you're just and so it was taking me forever. There was just hair everywhere. And I finally done a piece beautifully mixed. It was beautiful. And I stuck it over like the chair. And Doggy got it. And he went running with it. And I was like screaming like and crying. I'm like, give me my hair! Like it was when I got it, it was a ball. And like once it gets like that, like goodbye, like it's over. And I tried to salvage what I could, but I was like so sad because it took me forever. It was like a learning curve, like separating the hair and mixing it, and Doggy went running with it, sitting on the couch just all balled up in my hair, and it was just a mess. It's just a mess, and I was hysterical because I'm like, this took me so long.
He had the deer in the headlights looking at his
hair hanging from his mouth, just looking at me with those puppy eyes, and I'm just like, get away from me, like now, like just.
I'm like, what did he do? I'm like, leave him alone.
I was so upset. My first one, I'm like, this is perfect. Yeah, so it took me like an hour just to mix this first batch, and he went running off with it. And
the more you say get over here, the quicker he runs.
The more you say get over, the more he runs, and it's just busted. How do I wrap my hair at night? I have a long bonnet, basically like a sassy hair. Kevin, we had a collab, girl.
Yeah,
just like a long bonnet. So I just like take it down, make sure like it's not up in a ponytail or anything, and just like shove it all in a long bonnet and sleep on it. Next day, take it out, and boom.
Yeah,
there you go.
It does save you so much time in the morning, right?
It does. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'm not taking it out this weekend because I go back to school after spring break and I'm not trying to do my hair in the morning. Like, nope, it's going to be hard enough getting up. So, how many packs of hair?
4.
4. So, let me see. Yeah, I believe 4 because in each pack were like three bundles. So like 4, I got like 2 brown, 2 blonde, and then I was like mixing them. So two
like,
brown.
Bring me back my bundle.
Oh my god, I come on a bundle. I'm like, my bundle's back here. And then I had like bundles hanging from the chandelier because they were drying.
God, there's like 6, like what 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 lights on us right now, and yeah,
I had my bundles air
Yeah.
drying, and like our landlord had to come over, and he really was like, take the hair down, just hanging, and I'm like, my bundles are drying. Are yours box braids? No, they're knotless. They're knotless, and knotless is like less stress on your scalp, definitely less stress on your edges. She was telling me, like, I like the lady, she was like talking me through it. She's like, you need to be very careful with your edges and like tight style to make sure nothing's being pulled too tight and you rip your edges out. So yeah, these are knotless.
Really? Just she said even with them clean, they're knotless braids. She can't just wear long sleeves. Okay.
Oh wow.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Synthetic reaction to synthetic hair, uncleaned. Like, I was in tears. Like, oh my gosh, the burning and the itching was unbearable. I couldn't sleep at night, and I had to take them out. And it was
that
bad.
Marley hair, like then we were cooking and frying it because it kept coming out, and you were so frustrated because you weren't used to that.
Yeah.
So they were just like popping out, and like
Oh, the locks.
those
Yeah.
locks. And so
my
then
hair
I
was
started-
soft. It kept popping out of the hair that was wrapped
And you
around
get
it.
discouraged so quickly. So basically, like you had a temper tantrum, and then you went to bed. And then as a mother, I'm on YouTube like researching about locks, and then I realized that it is what happens. Like they do come out like that. So what you can do is like get a curling iron and kind of like almost
like cook it on your hair.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you can see the hair like melting. Becomes shiny. Like
Yeah. I feel like I got
yeah.
soft locks. I feel like if I did it again, I would
those
get
were soft.
those were soft locks.
That Marley hair. Like doll hair.
No, but like the look of it, they're like soft. But then I feel like next time I would get
I liked it.
butterfly locks because they're a little bit more messier, and so I feel like
definitely like the look of it. Like if I
Okay.
did it,
I
I
have
would
to
get
sh- I have to
locks,
show
and I
you-
like that.
I have to show you butterfly locks. 'Cause
Those
if you
like doll hair to me.
yeah, if you like the messier look, like I have to show you butterfly locks. They're a little bit not as like clean when they're wrapped
I've
around.
seen the butterfly ones.
So I feel like I should do that
Yeah.
because my hair they do pop out of the
Okay.
locks easily. Yeah. Oh, so what's going on with the landlord in the house? We're still here.
We're
We
still
ain't moving. We got another lease for another year.
But it's babe execution.
Although homegirl did raise the rent. That was a
Oh
little.
my god.
She raised the rent $400, guys. That was bust the house. That was shock.
insane.
It was like, so are you gonna pay or are you gonna leave?
yeah. Like
It's
we literally have been there for like 20 years and just very, very, very minuscule raises. Like maybe the first couple of years I remember, maybe like we would go up maybe 50 a year, 100 a year, whatever. And then it went for like probably 15, 16, 17 years with nothing. Then when Jay left and we were all like here by ourselves, I think it would have maybe $50 that first year.
yeah.
And then after that, was this like the next year, right? Or this is yeah. Oh, we were shocked. But I think that we were fair people, so we knew that where we live, the school district in Connecticut, Fairfield County,
amount of bedrooms and bathrooms in this house.
yeah,
Like,
and
okay.
people from New York are trying to come into like this little cozy kind of area, like suburban area in Connecticut, and so we were really sitting here in a really nice like property and really paying dirt cheap, I guess, according to maybe rent or something. So thank goodness, like we all like kind of like chip in, and we even said Adam's in college, and I just kind of have let him skate a little bit. He'll pay some things if we have extraordinary bills, like the propane tank had to be filled the other day, $500, I think in like what 96 crazy dollars, something crazy, something like that. Normally we'll split things 3 ways, but with that I'm like we got to get another like kick in here. So and he's there like at work like more than the rest of y'all, all right? He's forever going out to work. Yeah, I mean he's in school, but then he likes to work starting from like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he's like sure. So but yeah, we're managing. But what a shocker!
basically Superstar Belle. So basically she charged $100 per person. Yeah, you can look at it that way. Yeah, basically 4 of us here, $100 per head.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, we were like, okay, we could like not pay this and then pay more to move out of here and find a place.
Right.
I was like, the price was still fair. I think the only thing is that this house got 20 years of wear and tear on it with not much fix up. So I was like, this house is worth that price, but it's not worth that price.
Does
Like,
anyone a landlord? Because the craziest thing the other day, okay, doesn't matter the size behinding that you have or how old you are. Like the other day, the plumbing went. What was it? When we were washing clothes, the water would bubble in the toilet, and the water would come up.
so we have
shower.
in the laundry room, we have a walk-in shower, toilet, washing machine, dryer. So they all seem to be connected at this point right now, because like when you do the laundry, you wash the clothes, the toilet like bubbles, and then like water will like come up out of the walk-in shower now. And so like before it was just that happening with the washing machine, but then we started like using the toilet, and like the water would go all the way down, and then the water's like rising now in the shower with what's in the toilet. And that's when everyone was like freaking out.
Right.
Like, so yeah.
So then
plumber came over.
The plumber came over, and she said, and I like, cause love her so much. Nobody could love her more than me. They love her so much. But I kind of like grilled the plumber like a cheese sandwich because I know sometimes she kind of flips the story, and I wanted to know the truth of really what was going on with this, because it always seems to be the blame game kind of thing. So I said, like what caused that? So he said, it's like old plumbing. He said, this house is old. Like, we have been here for 20 years, and never in 20 years has anything like this happened. So they're old pipes, okay? They're old, and they've never been fixed. So he said, oh, they're just old. He said, so I fixed them so everything should be okay. So I said, okay. That afternoon, I was like, knowing with the knowledge I had, pre-thought ahead, because I know folks switch the story. So I said, so she said, yeah, I talked to the plumber, and he said that 4 adults living in the house, that he suggested you use 1-ply toilet paper. 4 adults living in the house, like we don't use 2-ply anyway. But it was, like I thought I had I thought I had covered everything, like nothing could be blamed. I was ready for this. And so she found her way to blame. Like, she's like,
you're using the wrong toilet paper.
To me, children would be more like wasteful and useful with toilets. But she still felt like anybody renting or anybody.
I feel like low key she got a problem with 4 adults living here. I just
so.
feel like she got a problem with that. Like low key, like I don't know. Even though like she knew us when we moved in here, when me and Spencer were in like what 5th and 6th grade. Mm-hmm. Like so she's known us for like since like 2002, 2003. Right. Like but now it's an issue.
To me, I think we are fabulous tenants. If I do say so myself, always on time, never late. Very rarely call her for anything. Now, more phone calls are being made because the property is 20 years old, like 20 years older. Mm. Okay, never throughout the years have we ever called as much as we may be called now. But gosh, we've been here for 20 years. So
and we literally call when we have no other option.
When we have no other option.
Like one night, I was getting ready to go to bed, and like that's when we first had the issue with the shower. It was like I think I was doing laundry, and water was coming up out of the shower. Like it was on the floor. Mm-hmm. It looked like the Titanic in there. Like it was flooding everywhere, and I called her. I was like, I don't know how to get this water. I don't know what to do. Like, and she came over with like a shop vac, and like she got the water up at like 10:30 at night. But like we literally like call her as like the last resort. But like we were running with towels. We were doing everything. We didn't know how to stop the water, and we were like it's flooding basically in the downstairs. And
old steel pipes.
We never call her.
It's wild. That's hilarious. Yeah, it was better than moving, so that's why we decided to stay, because we all could kind of like do it. So. For now, but I'm like, what's going to be the excuse next year? Yeah, I probably think she probably does have an issue, but here we are. It would be so much work, and I just can't see it right now. I definitely, at that point, what I was going through, like, that's the last thing I want to do is pack this thing up and move. Yeah. Move where? Like, move where? In Connecticut, where everybody's convenience out of school, your job, literally right down the street.
I drive 10 minutes to work in the morning, and it is so nice. It is so nice.
Yeah, so we were just like, no, it's not worth it. We really were stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now, if it continues to go year after year after year, I mean, it's
Super talked about that's why she wanted to sell. She does not want those expensive repairs. Well, now it shouldn't be an issue with rent raised with the extra money. Like, fix some
first month.
Fix some things.
It started in April, and then we're like, ding, like the pipes, you know.
Yeah, hi, like, bless it. But
that's what it's for. They said that's what you give the landlord the rent for. It's supposed to be used to fix up the joint, I guess, right?
Right.
No. Oh, that was to take it away. No upgrades. She did want us at one point, but I guess it's not. Spencer said, because Spencer's like looking to buy a house, and he's been looking around, and he said that it would never pass inspection. Like, we love it because it's ours. We've been here for 20 years, and it's like what we call home. It's like our stuff here, kind of like us. But it probably wouldn't. There's like too many like leaks, different places. It's old, okay? It's old. It's like a cute little country little Connecticut.
There's cracks in the house in the winter. Like we put the heat on down here, and you don't feel it. Yeah, you don't feel it at all.
So no, it would never probably pass inspection. So she probably put it out there. Probably thought astronomical prices. Probably during the vid, and really thought New Yorkers were coming in, and they would swoop it up. She said it was more like a landlord, like a person that wanted to come in and just like strictly rent, not like a single single family house, like a single family coming in here, like the way we did, and putting the kids through a school. Somebody that would want to get it as rental property. So, but even with that, they probably couldn't start right off renting it. Like, we know what we have here, and we like work around like the issues here. But I think anybody that's coming in brand new, fresh, they'd have to do a whole lot of work before they rent. A whole whole lot of work.
Yeah.
Before they would rent it. Yeah.
So did any of y'all watch The Ultimatum? I'm just curious.
Oh my god.
We felt like we wanted to do like a whole like commentary video on that because we couldn't get into it at first, and then we ended up binging the rest of it. Like I think we struggled through episode 1, and then we binged episode 2 like straight through to the end. And let us know if anybody's watching it or if you're in the process of watching it. We won't spoil it for you, but like is anybody in the process of watching it right now? Because
thank you, Shelly.
hot.
Pretty lady. Not in Connecticut. You know, ever since, like I said, you know, that whole carrying on, it's hard to rent anywhere, but especially, I think, Connecticut. And the prices here are outrageous. The prices everywhere are outrageous, you know.
Yeah.
But I think there's just, like, a lot of factors that we took into consideration. And it just wasn't the time right
Which
now.
streaming service? Netflix. Okay, so we have like a few watchers. Someone says Zay was a whole mess.
Okay,
everybody was a whole mess. The whole idea, girl, you just gotta say like the concept of it.
Yeah.
Like marry me or move on. So like if you're not familiar with the show, it's like couples on here. One of like the people in the relationship wants to get married, and so like they're giving their partner an ultimatum. It's like marry me or I'm gonna move on. So you bring them on the show. And basically everybody's swapping mates, and you see like basically if you really do have like you really are in love with your partner and you want to marry them, or there's a possibility like there's somebody better out there for you, which I don't understand that mindset because we actually heard a lot of these couples, their reasons for not getting married had nothing to do with the fact that they still wanted to like sow their oats in other places. Like it had nothing to do with that. Like some people didn't want to get married because of finances, or they had like, you know, issues. Like, you know, some wanted a child, one didn't. Like, why would you make your person date somebody else?
Naturally, now it was slow in the beginning. It was, and like we watched it one night and then turned it off and went to sleep. Then we came back to it and we're like, we're gonna try to like watch it one more episode.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like it just kind of like picked up speed. It was just so
messy. I'm just like
messy.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I
think the messiest part was like you all come marching in together with your mates. You see who like you're coming in. You see who I'm coming in with, and then they're gonna have like a get to know like a warm up session.
Yeah.
And next, you know, I'm starting to talk to who you came in with. And it was just so messy.
And like I thought it was gonna be separated.
Right.
Yeah, but everybody's like basically in the same hotel with the bar and the pool and everything else.
Yeah.
And like I'm seeing like my man over there kikiing with somebody else, but like I'm talking to somebody else, and it's just all in front of each other's faces, and it's just very strange.
Yeah,
very strange.
So that was crazy.
It didn't make any sense. You were like, you know, I want my man to marry me, so I'm gonna let him.
Spoilers.
Okay, I'm gonna let him date somebody else. Like, but that's just like the premise of the show. Like, I want to get married to this person, so I'm gonna let them date somebody else to see if they'll find somebody better. Like,
oh, thank you, Karen. Same old, guys. Pro mix.
Who said no spoilers?
Leslie Ross said, if we were talking, like, what did you say that? I just wanted to make sure, not how I thought.
She said not how I thought it would end up, so she had no spoilers.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, not how we thought it would end.
Even though the show been out here for like 5 years now. No. Like, so even like Vanessa Lachey posted a picture and people were like, spoilers, she's like, it's been out for like a month now, like hurry up and watch. Like,
everybody have lives and they don't just sit here and watch. Now, is it true, like everybody was freaking out, you said everybody was unsubscribing from Netflix. You said the prices were astronomical. So I saw on my Facebook feed that somebody was paying like $27.99 for Netflix. So I went to check what my price was, and it stayed the same. I do remember a slight raise back between like January, March, whatever. I noticed that now it's taking like maybe $16.99 for my account. And I'm like, to rationalize, I'm like, I don't have vices, okay? I don't smoke, I don't drink. I don't really do a whole lot. Like I like my entertainment. I like my little different apps, my movie apps. So I'm like, so what's $16.99 a month? I don't think I'd pay $30 for that. Absolutely not.
No.
But I didn't. What's the big deal? Why is everybody all of a sudden unsubscribing from Netflix? I thought the price change happened a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. Or is it going to happen again?
Lele, Zay was not cute. I'm sorry. And the way he talked bothered me.
Yeah.
I felt like
he was cute?
She said Zay was cute and Randall wasn't. No, I said I would definitely be talking to Randall. I thought Randall was cute. No, until the end. Until the end. And his attitude changed at the end. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he seemed like he was not, he didn't have a lot going on upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, we thought so too. SCP said they were too young at 23, and the relationships were not like that long, like a year and a half, 2 years.
I think the longest was two and a half years. I think that was the longest.
Yeah.
Oh, she met Randall. Okay, girl. Yeah, no, Randall was cute.
Yes.
Randall was definitely cute. Zay was not
cute.
Yeah,
but Zay and the girl that I forget the name. It's been so long.
Shanique.
Yeah,
Shanique. Ray. No, Zay and Ray were together. Yeah, Shanique was with Randall.
She was definitely more on the ball. I was like, why?
Yeah, she chose him.
Yeah.
But I said, like, the guy that she didn't choose, she probably got a vibe. Because, like,
No, I'm saying that she came on with him. Zay's girlfriend that came on the show. Ray. She was waiting for him.
He was 25. He was still in college or something. Ray said she had graduated. She wanted to buy a house. And this and that. Like, she was on the ball. Yeah.
They were very incompatible.
But she was very, like, flat, though, wasn't she? Like, Ray, she was kind of, I think that was the problem. He said she didn't show emotion. Like, she wasn't giving him nothing. Zay doesn't respect women at all. He has an issue. He gets mad way too fast. Yeah. Immature, silly, stomping off. What did Shanique say? She was like, you got the wrong one or something. Yeah. He was like, not me, not today, not tomorrow.
Hey, girlfriend. Vanessa Bristow. I'm finally home. Hey, fam.
But that show made me, like, rip my hair out. Like, that was too much for me.
Wait, so there's been a rumor they'll be cracking down on people sharing their logins. People are mad. Oh, really? Like, who doesn't do that? Like, I gave my sister my login for, I think it was Peacock. She gave me hers for Peacock. I gave her mine for Hulu. Why do they care? Yeah. I asked that question specifically because I thought it was like, I can have like all of these different apps, and my family can have these different apps. You buy some, I'll buy some. Like, I thought it was kind of like wacky. So are they cracking down on that? Why?
That's just the thing. What do I have? Josh gave me his Disney Plus. I gave him Paramount. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone just always switches its watches. And
not even in the same house. That's what I thought was kind of like, I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. You know, like, I was wondering if they ever were going to crack down on it, why they hadn't already. Went up to 20. Nicole, I was like looking at the prices, like $9.99 was like the basic. The standard was like $15.49, and then there's premium. And premium said like 4 different devices. They didn't say like one household. They just said that you can give it like 4 different devices to be on. This basic was 1 device, and then the standard I think was maybe 2 devices, maybe.
There's something else.
But like, I mean, for them raising their prices, their shows aren't that good.
No.
Like, me and Josh were scrolling for a minute yesterday, like trying to figure out what to watch. Like, the shows are okay.
Yeah,
like,
but Hulu.
I don't know.
But before I get rid of it, if I get rid of it, I saw they just brought back something about Sunset. What is that? That Sunset.
Selling Sunset?
Selling Sunset. I like that. And so now they're dragging out season 5, and I'm like, oh, all the folks are back.
Erica Fleming, that's nice. HBO Max, I had to like bite the bullet and like pay for that again. I think because I wanted to see, I think it was Sex in the City, and then there was one other thing I wanted to see, and then I still have it. Why did I get it again?
We got it because of the Harry Potter thing.
Right. And then I wanted to see the new Sex in the City, which I only got through like 4 episodes of that, guys. Anybody else tap out, or did y'all watch the whole thing? I tapped out after like 4 episodes.
And then we started watching that girl, that Michelle Carter, and remember that Conroy.
Right, I think because we had it. So we were able to watch it. Yeah, I have HBO Max.
I looked with all the eyeballs that I had, and I really did. I like things that have like a lot of true crime, and I didn't really see.
Oh, Euphoria! That was it. Me and Josh were watching Euphoria. Okay. That's why I got it again. Euphoria. That was it.
Yeah, it was on Hulu or HBO.
Yeah, the reboot was bad, but it was so good. Yeah, I feel like it was too many hot button things, like bam in your face. Like they were they were just hitting everything, and it was too much. Like, it was too much. Like, y'all trying to be too woke. Like, it was too much. And I couldn't. It was just a lot going on. A lot of different issues, like, all at once. And I couldn't handle it.
Pluto at one point. I don't remember it being free. I thought it started out free, and then they start creeping up with the prices. I don't think it was just free forever. So I did have Pluto at one point. Why did I get rid of Pluto?
Yeah, they were trying to be so woke. Yeah, it was just too much. It's like, pick 1 or 2 things. Like, they picked like 5, 6, 7, 8 different issues. It was just a lot going on, and it was almost like not believable, especially Miranda, because if you saw like the original, like she had like dibbled and dabbled, like, and she was like, no, like, and then she was like 100% with Steve. So I didn't like that did that to her. So it's like, no, because she didn't roll that way. And now you like, all of a sudden she's gung-ho, she rolling that way. And I'm like, no, that wasn't her. She didn't do that. Like, I don't know. Like, it don't seem authentic. Like, y'all doing too much. So,
Toy Allen, I saw that. I have not watched it yet. And actually, who was on here before that was somehow a part of that? On Facebook, the woman that used to send us the tea. I just saw her name. No offense, my memory, guys.
who sent us tea?
Remember
Sharon?
Bernadette? Yeah,
No.
Bernadette
Johnson?
Johnson was somehow involved in like this. I used to call it Sandition, but I don't think it's Sandition. I think it's how do you pronounce that? It's Jane Austen, like one of her novels that were never kind of like really published back then, and they have it. People have done different kind of adaptations of it, maybe their interpretation of it. But I didn't read the book, but I did see that. No, I have not seen that yet, but I wanted to. It's on my kind of like wait list.
That sent us tea.
Okay, I can't.
Sharon Johnson.
Okay,
She's always
alright,
posting
alright,
about
Bernadette-
movies and books and what's
All right, but Sharon
Sharon
Johnson or Bernadette? Oh, forgive me. I've been through a whole lot. Also,
I really feel like you're talking about Sharon Johnson. Like, that's what I feel like you're talking about.
No, Bernadette Johnson is on Facebook, right?
But so is Sharon Johnson.
Hi,
And Sharon Johnson is always talking about like movies and authors.
Who's
and
the one that was? Who's the one that's
y'all
involved?
claim it in the
Who's the one
comments.
that's involved in
Even if you watch the playback, which one of y'all is it?
who's involved in the Jane Austen? You know, this is what Two Devices is for. Let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it was. Leslie, I was disappointed after the first episode. I was mad how that ended. I'm like, that is so unnecessary. What they did to Big, that was unnecessary. Yeah, I was mad after the first episode. I was like, after I just sat through 6 seasons of her trying to get this man, I was mad.
Sharon Johnson, yeah. Yes. Well, so you had me way too long, bro.
I like Seema too. Seema was good.
Yes, it was Sharon Johnson. Let me see, she was part of that.
We're getting all breakup-y and staticky.
Are we? Why? You know what I want to see? Because y'all know I love my true crime. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I hope it's going to play again either tonight
9:04.
or be on tomorrow. But who heard the story? Who loves true crime? That crazy noodle, wacky girl, that Sherry Papini story.
Not Sherry Papini.
Crazy, like crazy. All right, so now Keith Morrison tonight was going to be telling the story. And I wanted to see what he had to say about it. I watched every YouTube video about it. You know, I knew the story years ago, but then now the truth has come to light now. And she seriously made that story up. Who does that? So who knows about Sherry Papini? Sherry Papini?
Hi, Dogginess.
The Wolf Show on Peacock? No. Right? Go straight to the phone book.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they were true to their own characters either. Yeah. Any new hair product referrals?
No, you know, I'm starting to like dig up old stuff again. You know what I got, guys? I got the almond and aloe.
What is it?
That's
Design Essentials?
Design Essentials. I really got that. I don't know why I wanted it, but I got it. And what else did I? Oh, I went back to Camille. Who's the girl? Camille Rose, is it?
Hey, Spence. Adam has to go. Not Adam. Doggy has to go to the bathroom.
I got the Jai Twisty Butter, and I got the Curl Magic. I don't know why I was going backwards. Like, I don't know. I'm like, it used to work. Like, those things used to work for my hair. I'm like, why not? You know? So I just wanted to switch up.
I know. I saw a TikToker today that said she blamed YouTubers for like the product junkie mentality, and I was like,
right? I know.
yeah. Are we? I don't think we're product junking anymore, are we? Like, we're just like finding something that works and taking a seat, right? Is that what's happening, guys? Let us know. I don't know.
Who are you guys?
My hair has been like in protective styles for a few months now, so I'm already thinking like when I take it out, what kind of products am I going to be using in my hair? I don't
Camille
know.
Rose, Leslie Brown using Camille Rose.
Camille Rose, like the gel and like
yeah,
the
I did
almond
the gel.
dye.
I did the almond dye. I mean, she has a million products. I did buy the what's that? That co-wash I used to get. No, I didn't have to buy it. I had it in the closet. What else did I get?
What's that co-wash? The
Remember the one I used to always talk about?
I was like, no, it's not the caramel. It's the
No, it's the
I know what you're. Which one
It
you're
was an
talking
R. I forget. Gosh, no,
about. An R.
I don't remember. You know the one I used to swear by.
Yeah, no, I know. And it smells
and then we
like...
shut it down.
Yeah, like sold it out. I know the
Yeah.
co-wash. It's not the caramel one, though.
No. So, no, I didn't have to buy that because I had plenty of that. What did I get from Camille Rose? What else?
Boxes of Curl. No, I'm no longer a product junkie. Yeah, Curlsmith. I was definitely using a lot of Curlsmith when my curls were out. I'm back on their hair vitamins again. I literally started taking them when I put these braids in. So basically all my hair growth is like, it's kind of like a gauge of like Curlsmith.
Right.
And like, it makes my hair grow.
Love Not Sauce.
It makes my hair grow.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I did. Yes.
Oh, Creme Restore. There
Creme
it is.
Restore, yes.
There it is.
Okay, yeah, so I did like a Sotanicals haul. And I wish I had somebody to show it to, but guys, I couldn't show what I was doing. But yeah, so I got and I've been still looking for that vegetable. Oh my God, I said it comes out like around March, but it wasn't there.
Ooh, Meech.
So what was it? Hold on, I gotta go to the site because Mama's getting old.
Yeah, still love the Meech Indulge.
Yes.
Best deep conditioner.
Yeah, use that. Hold on, what did I get from Sotanicals? I had like orders coming to the house. Because I'm like, let me go back to what I knew. Because I was like getting so desperate because my hair was falling out. And I'm like, my hair wasn't falling out back in the day. So I said, let me go back to what I once used. So it just made me feel like I was doing something towards the cause.
TGIN was hit and miss for me. I liked some of their masks, but their stylers were like, eh.
Yeah, I was doing those masks. So I had the pumpkin one, the pumpkin pale one. So I put that in my hair one day. Then the master detox, I put that in. I got, okay, here I am on the site. So let me see what else I got one day.
What do you guys think about Uncle Funky's daughter saying it now has glycerin in their gel? Why are they changing the formula?
See?
Why are they doing that?
Do that.
Ain't nobody asked for that.
Right, girl, say it. Okay, so what else did I get?
One of my favorite mousses.
Oh, I tried there was a new conditioner that they had. So I got Throw Despair again. I got Afrotastic again. I got Manoy Moisture. I got that day. The Super Fro. I like that. I think it had like a cinnamony kind of smell to it. So I love that. I got that one day. So that sustained my hair for a while. What else did I get from them? Go back to the cleansers, those masks.
The Dew Mousse is one of the best mousses ever. I'm actually excited to go back to that one. And the Camille Rose, what is it? The pomegranate and honey mousse is fantastic. Yeah, I was using a lot of mousses when my curls were out. So I'm excited to go back to mousses.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like mousses.
I do too.
Mousse eye.
What else did I come here with my load?
They say it's always been in there. They just updated the label. So why was it never on the label?
Right. Oh, I got the Sprout Rice Butter Shampoo. Love that. Oh, and what I really like was Here to the Rescue. That's the Afro-Vedic Not Goo and New Rasul, whatever. Rasul. I love that. It's like this one here. Can you see that one? Oops, let me see. Hold on. Where was I at? Like in a tall bottle. It makes my hair so
the
super soft.
B collection. I didn't know I've never heard of that. The B collection.
The Dew?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That go. Back to Sotanicals. All right, where's the cleanser? Anyway, has anyone tried that Rasul clay? Let me try to find it again. Cleansers. Oh, here we go. Shampoos and cleansers. So yes, so it's right. So it's the not goo. It's like the Rasul clay co-wash. Love that. And then I got the Master hair cleanse. Remember the very first video that we did, and we just kind of like did not understand, and that's what really endeared us to the company. Because I was so opinionated as only I can be.
Oh yeah.
Tore the product up.
That shampoo.
Yeah, it had no clue.
Because the atomizer was wrong, right? It didn't pump out. It was supposed to be like a foam or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but and then they like posted the video, and that was the year when all the mess happened in my marriage and all that, and she was like the only one that kind of I had like the brands. That when we had that GoFundMe, when we were practically in the streets, like we had no food, we had no house, we had nothing, and Io put money in our GoFundMe, and that was the only brand. But we had worked with tons of brands.
Yeah.
You know, she was the only one that reached out. So Sotanicals, we always loved Sotanicals anyway. Mm-hmm. And I remember I did the summer series.
Oh yeah, you kicked it out the Sotanical summer. Girl, we was the it girls at one point.
Girl, but I don't know. It's like It's the natural hair community like that. I don't know. I think we came in at the right time. I don't know. You're like, yeah, no, there's plenty of people still doing it. Are there? Is it like it was like in 2017? I think the vid changed everything. In my
Are
opinion.
people like? Are y'all still watching people like do their hair, wash and go videos, product videos? Like, are people still watching that? I mean, people are still watching makeup reviews. Beauty people are still doing makeup.
Yeah.
And
So
stuff, like-
that was my mentality back then. As long as you're using it.
Oh, the mixed chicks leaving. I was using that.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I still watch that Sotanical Summer series.
You know what I was looking for? What was I looking for today? Oh my gosh. Thinking. I think it was Diva Curl. Actually, I wanted that melt into moisture. That was a good deep conditioner. What do y'all think about that?
So I still watch your videos. Yeah, somebody watching something.
So-
Because we
no,
still be getting checks every month off of YouTube. So
thank God you all- yes,
somebody's
just-
watching something.
Yeah, put the
So-
videos on and do your laundry. Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, that helps out. And
Y'all are still the It Girls. I saw LA the other day. You sure did. She got her own collab. They came strictly for her. They were like, we're looking for LoriAnne. I was like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah, right.
okay.
I know. I was like, oh, they thought that the comments reached back. I was ever so grateful.
She got a little collab. Of course, I had to do all the filming for it. And the editing. And all the editing.
And the guys, I try to step out and do my own thing, and they're like, they really liked it. That was very creative, but it wasn't what they were looking for. So I have to redo it this weekend. I'm like, don't they know I'm going through a divorce and my nerves? But anyway, I'm like, yeah, no, I love Curl Mix.
Stop. My dog watches y'all every day while I'm at work. That is funny. Your dog is so cute, Bentley. He's so cute.
Oh, thank you. I know, like a lot of people are like, oh my God, LoriAnne, we were wondering where you guys were at. Yes, guys, I rose up.
And then she got a little collab.
Yeah.
And then she got another one. I'm like, what am I, your secretary? Like, I was in the MADCURLS emails, like, doing her business for her, like, and they were all coming for her. And I'm like, bust it.
I'm like, did they hear
Shop
something?
liver.
Was it like poverty or like what is it? I'm thinking like Good Samaritan, or what was it? I'm thinking of a charity maybe. They heard something in the grapevine. He's sitting here watching y'all now.
That's so cute. I want another dog until we took Doggy to the vet a couple weeks ago just for a checkup. And I was like, yeah, take him. He hasn't been to the vet in a while. Just take him for a checkup, this and that. $300 later. And I'm like, for what? Like, for like a stool sample of this and of that and like he needed a vaccine. Like, I'm like,
wow.
we're done. I'm like, nope, no second dog. We're done here.
Yeah.
Like, that's
and
it.
somebody said that it's like as much time as we spend with him and as many people in this house, he's never alone. Kind of like a second dog. Because like if we went to work and he was by himself, and it would be like a friend for him.
Yeah.
But he's never ever alone. And we were wondering. My brother said, and I don't know, you guys would know. Like I don't know how true it is. He did have 2 dogs at one time. That unless you kind of like get them at the same time, to bring in kind of like a new one, it might be like a slightly disruptive, maybe like little jealousies or whatever. I don't know, but I do know that when we went to the pet store a few weeks ago, there was like a little girl dog there. You loved her. She had such an attitude.
So cute. She was a little feisty, little poodle. Like she was a red poodle. She was so
she went
cute.
right to the game, basically like summoned him, like
like come play with me. And he like went over, he sniffed her, and he walked away. He was not interested.
He had like he had 2 grains of sense. Me, you, and Josh went to the pet store, and he just curled up in Josh's lap like he didn't have 2 grains of sense. I'm like, Doggy, come on, be social. He wanted no parts of that dog. No. She was very like aggressive, like the way that kind of like girls are. You see a guy like you want. Nope, he didn't turn. He totally turned his head. I think he was insulted because it was like his birthday, and we went out to get things for his party.
Yeah, and the pet store happened to have dogs in there that we had never been in there, and I was like, oh my gosh,
on my birthday.
Yeah, he had an attitude. He was not impressed.
Yeah,
I'm like, but he warm up to her. I'm sure Spencer wasn't impressed when he first saw me, but he had to warm up to me.
Right.
So.
Okay, somebody wants to know, have you tried the Girl Scout cookies Adventurefuls?
The what?
What's that? What? Somebody, I thought I saw something about somebody wanted to know, they said it was off topic, but did you try Girl Scout cookies? I don't know, you guys put stuff out there and then y'all take it back. No, I'm
like
crazy.
Girl Scout cookies, but I like the plain ones that you can dip in milk. Like the like the Samoas and stuff.
You know, I love those. The second puppy tends to be a lot easier. Like I felt like that with children. Like once you have the first one, then the second one's easier. Definitely the third one's easier. But I didn't know how it would be with a dog because the second dog would definitely have to go right back through the same route that doggy did, back to the cage, back to the crate. Doggy, you can go in, but the new dog's not coming out.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how that would be. You know, when you're trying to train the second one and doggy's got all this freedom, I didn't really know, and I don't know. I really wished at the time if we could have afforded it, and we could not, and we definitely can't now because golden doodles have shot through the roof the prices.
Yeah.
But like he had a brother, and I wish we were like, bye, Addie, gonna go drive carefully, sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, baby. I wish we would have gotten both of them, but we couldn't afford it at the time. But that's what they said, Erica. They said when you're bringing a new dog, then you have to bring the dog to the pet store and let them get to know each other there. And then there is precedence, like doggy would like take precedence, and the other dog would have to kind of like listen to him. Like I don't know how they would work. He's very, 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 very spoiled.
Oh, there it is. Have you tried the Girl Scout cookies? I love the lemon ups, the adventurefuls, and the thin mints. Ooh, yeah. So I like. What are the plain ones called? What are the plain ones? Just the plain.
The trefoil.
Trefoils? Trefoils. They
Yeah.
like trefoils. Thin mints are good, but like when I go, I typically get the trefoils because I know I like to dip them in almond milk and they're so good. But those are basically the ones I get are the trefoils. So I'm just so plain and busted. I know there's other ones that are good.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I do call him Addie. Why does it be careful calling him that around the police? Why? What does that mean? I've been calling him that since he was like.
Is that like a drug?
Les enfants.
Addie?
Yeah, since he's been a baby.
Yeah, you do call him Addie.
Mm-hmm.
We all do. Yeah.
I know we call him Addie.
What does that mean? Like Advil?
I don't know. I don't know.
Say, have you bought earrings from Shein lately? No, I haven't because my collection is ridiculous, and I find I've actually just been wearing these simple ones from Amazon. So I actually haven't, but I have like an outrageously ridiculous collection of Shein earrings that I probably need to get rid of. Oh, it's a rec name for a drug. Huh.
Is it?
Interesting.
Wow. So you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 years in public.
Yeah, it's short for Adderall. Oh, huh. Oh, really?
Really?
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Hey, Nanny Diary. So what else is new and exciting?
Let me see. You found some shoes that you didn't get. A labradoodle, okay. Yeah, I heard something the other day. They're called double doodles. Isn't that cute?
Double doodles?
Like a labradoodle and a golden doodle mixes a double doodle.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that cute?
That's
double
very
doodle.
Thank you.
Yeah, so them shoes and clogs. From you got those cute little pink clogs.
Yeah.
Those were
Oh my
cute.
gosh, I've been on a clog kick. So I bought some Charlotte Stone clogs, which I'm such a bargain hunter.
You
So
are.
the Charlotte Stone shoes, period, are like in the hundreds, $200, almost $300 like shoes. And I found these adorable like clogs that were like bright pink, like, you know, wooden clog, heel on them. Like, they were so cute, and I like splurged and bought them. But they're so expensive, and like I don't shop like that, but they are so cute. And then I found some cute ones from Walmart, and then some cute ones from ASOS, and I've just been wearing clogs. I'm on a clog kick this year.
Yeah, no, there are
I really
want to doodles out there.
Sell some of my clothes. Like, some stuff I wear and I just know I'm not gonna wear again. I'm trying to figure out like the best platform and the best method to do it. Like,
I said Poshmark.
I don't want them taking like a huge chunk of my money though. Like, if I sell something for $10, am I only gonna get $2 for it?
Maybe,
Like,
but it's better than having them collect dust to the closet. Like we already have so many followers, and I'm like, how in the world? Like, we put the shingle up, we put our pictures there, like the infamous MADCURLS picture, me and you, back when we was young. And there's like followers. I'm like, what are they following? There's nothing there. There's never been anything there. There's no activity whatsoever.
I'm Poshmark.
I'm Poshmark. Yeah. But no, I got a lot of stuff to put out there, but it's a lot of work.
Lately, there is a slight learning curve. Yeah, walking in clogs. I found myself like holding my toes like in the shoes,
Really?
like. But now, like, I'm good. But yeah, there's a little bit of. Oh yeah, Alexis Simmons. Yeah, I went to Plato's Closet one time, and they took like 2 of the great things from the great big basket that I brought, and they wanted to give me like $10. Like,
yeah, and they didn't want to take anything of mine. I had some nice things there.
Because Plato's Closet is more like youthful, and you had like J. Crew skirts, and like those weren't gonna fly.
I was like, okay, like I'm gonna come out here making some money, and they were like, okay, well we can't use any of this. They threw it all back in a plastic bag. Like, what? My stuff in a plastic bag? Like I put it on hangers and it had it all nice and
I don't believe them. They're like, okay, do you want us to take this and we'll donate it for you? No, I'm not gonna donate it. You're gonna put a price tag on it and stick it out there. You just didn't want to pay me for it. Like, no, I'll take it back. I'll take it back.
Yeah, no. Oh, Joseph, we somebody.
I'm trying to put chia seeds in this. Bust it.
I did put chia seeds in mine.
Girl, big brains, big brains. eBay, maybe.
I did years ago. I was the eBay queen. I used to get like one time. I remember telling about the kids in the house I got you on Christmas and how every day I was getting. It was like probably on the cusp when Little Tykes was probably going out. I don't know if you could find the Little Tykes things anymore, but anybody's like around my age, they had it was Fisher Price, and then there's Little Tykes, and Little Tykes toys were like a little bit more chunkier. And I came upon a beautiful dollhouse when you were about maybe 9 years old and became obsessed. Got the huge dollhouse, and at that point it was a little pricey because it might have been for an era, maybe when you were like younger, but I never knew about it when you were younger. So like when you were 9 years old, all of a sudden I became invested in this dollhouse. And one Christmas, it was just like, I was obsessed with getting all the furniture for it because the furniture was like what we already had in the house for you guys actually like to sit on. And I couldn't believe like they had like little high chair and they had like little tables and the little chairs. It was so cute, little playhouse in the backyard, little swimming pool. Obsessed. And then Christmas morning, like nothing like Christmas morning, like when you have a child in the house and just like everything is just like strewn or like almost like overwhelming.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but no, I definitely bought and definitely sold on eBay. That probably when it first came out years ago. And the rules were a little bit, I thought it was a little bit more fair now, fair like then. But I think people did dirt. I think that when you were a seller, people didn't like something, they didn't understand, they tried to get no understanding, automatically they would strike you negative, they didn't ask anything. Now you're not even allowed to, as a buyer, you're not allowed to strike the seller as negative. You can't leave negative feedback at all to the seller. So I thought that that's kind of strange. So the rules are very much different now on eBay.
Is it Deirdre? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, it's Deirdre?
Deirdre?
Yes, to Crocs. Absolutely, we wear Crocs. And actually,
oh my gosh,
funny, my students wear Crocs too. And my Crocs are all decked out with like the Croc charms and the gibbets. So I bought like a pack of 100 off of Amazon, and I use them as like incentives for like, I don't know, like incentives, like in the class, like you can win like a Croc charm, and like the kids are, Crocs are being all decked out with charms now because they're winning them for me.
Kids that don't have Crocs are having
or kids that don't have Crocs are telling their kids like, you buy me Crocs because like I want the Croc charms. But yeah, I love Crocs.
Thanks, Tosh Love.
I'm gonna close this door so someone or lock it so no one come bust stuff in our head.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, yeah, because did I tell you about that? I can't say the word on here. That passing of New York. Anybody hear about that craziness in New York about that woman having that affair with the handyman? T just told me about that tonight. I gotta look that up. You'll know I love
Essie, right? No, like the kids love them. Like I had like these cute like vinyl stickers and whatever, but then I thought like I'd noticed like a lot of them were wearing Crocs, and they always like were complimenting me on like my Crocs and like my charms on my Crocs or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Like I wonder if they would like that, like in like the prize box or whatever, and they love the Croc charms.
City Girl, Google, I think it's Gael. I was all in it earlier. And I think it just Nancy Grace, if anybody knows true crime, she's all up in it. But let me see what it was. She was having an affair and she wanted to break it off. She had 2 like teenage sons, and the guy she was having the affair with offed her, basically.
Mrs. Bronte is gonna get deported.
What, honey?
He's gonna get deported.
Who's
Where
deported?
was he from?
Oh, is he?
Where was he from?
I think maybe it was Italy. Let me see. All right, I don't know. I looked it up earlier. Maybe I looked it up on. Let me see. So it was yeah, it was. Let me see. It was New York. Let me see. Anybody know the name?
Yeah, Crocs are cute. They're just expensive for no reason. Well,
there she is.
Posting hair content together anytime soon.
Now I have a little bit of hair left on my head.
Yeah, I think that became our issue because like we did tons and tons and tons of hair content and like it definitely affected our hair, like constantly switching and swatching products. And
like I will like I'll preserve it for like collabs because obviously that's income and God knows I need it now. So definitely for something like that, like curl mix, I do have to do that this weekend. And those will be posted.
Like more vlog content. Yeah, we were like leaning into vlog content more because
and I was glad that we kind of like had that to kind of like fall back on.
Yeah.
Because like we can come out here tonight and do this just because like we missed you guys. Like we didn't have to be a hair channel and to connect. Like we kind of like eased over. Like I have people on Facebook and people see on Instagram, and then we do the Friday night. So I feel like very comfortable with this genre that we can still connect, even though maybe it may not be hair content. And those that like truly love us and like us and want us to see what we're about, then we love that. We love the engagement.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like or maybe I'm just not there. I was watching like a TikToker today where she was showing herself like a video she filmed like months ago, like her morning routine where she was up and she was working out and she was eating healthy and she was doing this and that, and like she was like rewatching herself like basically at the place where she is now, and she's just like not in that place. And sometimes I do that, like I scroll back down through my Instagram and I see like the content that I used to do and how active I was and the stories I used to do, and like I'm just not there, like, and I'm just not there right now. And so like maybe I'll get back to like doing that, but like I'm just not there. And like I do like little things on TikTok, but like I don't know, like I don't know how to be that social media Taylor that I was like 2 or 3 years ago. Like I don't know how to do that right now.
Sometimes like we maybe outgrow things, or we're in different stages and places in our lives. Like I'm in a different place now in my life, so like I'm not really doing that. Maybe it'll come back one day, maybe it won't. Like that really sustained me back then when it all first happened, and that really sustained me every day. It gave me like a reason to get up and to do something, put on makeup, look pretty, and live. And I can't believe like from 2017 maybe through like late 2018, 2019, like we really seriously were filming every single day. Remember guys, the different colored t-shirts and the videos and the backdrops and all that, and every day we took it like a job, and that was something to do. And I think that came into my life at a time when I really needed that. And then has like we evolved, different things like took over, and we still kept sharing parts of our lives, Christmas time and decorating Christmas trees and just our life, cooking in the kitchen and doing different things. And you guys like that content, because like when we were going through things and we were losing our hair and everything, there was nothing really to film.
Yeah.
So we just picked up, then we got doggy, and we just kind of like bought different things. I think you have to move on YouTube with the flow, because if you don't, you get stagnant, then your channel will die. I notice how like big YouTubers, they will definitely keep moving and adjusting. So what we once like maybe we're drawn to certain channels for. Now, like for instance, like you start out with somebody that I think it was like Raven Lee. It's like she's like a teenager in high school, in college, and all that. Then when women get pregnant, now you got to find new content because you knew her for a college student. Now she has a baby. Some people may not find interest in that, but you got to like latch on to that YouTuber and really care about their lives.
Yeah.
So
like I don't know, like some of these like teachers on TikTok, or just people in general, like they have such a following, just like being who they are and like having a personality. Like they're doing food, they're doing clothes, they're doing makeup, like they're doing like whatever. And it's just like I don't know, like I don't. Not even saying like I don't know, like who am I? Like, but basically like I don't know. But like back in the day, like I had no problem turning on a camera. Like it's TaylorAnne, and I was doing whatever I was doing. Like I had no problem. But now it's like I turn on a camera and I get stuck. Like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like so I'm not there like anymore, I guess, or like I don't know. But I feel like we have so much potential. like we have so much potential.
I have so much potential.
We have so much potential.
I swear I was going to like have like maybe a Patreon and really walk y'all through the whole process that I went through, because it really was something to see. It was really exhausting. I think it was time intensive, and I wish somebody would have done that for me, because I got a lot of blind sides and I didn't know, and I wish I really knew. Everything I learned for myself. Many nights I stayed awake, and I really, like I said, for those that weren't here at the time when I talked about it, I took it as a full-time job. But I wish there was like videos out there that really walked like a normal person, like I'm just a normal person that just got a blind side. The husband left, got a divorce, and like the steps, getting the attorney, well, I think I had it a little easier because I didn't have to go to court and all that because of the whole, whatever out there, we can't say the word. But I think that was like very much of a blessing. First, I wanted my day in court, but then as it dragged on, I'm just like, I don't care. Everybody just signed the paper. Like, I'm done with this. I don't need my day in court. But I think there was a lot of different layers to this, and I just wish I would have known more at the time. But I didn't skip a beat. I learned it all myself, and I don't think I was the underdog on any level, any way, shape, or form. Because when I engage into something, I engage whole hog, and I did. I took it as a serious job, and no stone was left unturned. I said, that should be my calling. I said, I should be like a forensic financial analyst to find things. Because I was finding stuff, folks were trying to hide stuff. Girl, bye. Not with these green eyes. I was trying to find everything. I'm trying to hide a thing from me. So, but I think I was good at it. So I said, maybe that's my calling.
So your life is more interesting than you think, all done while going through your MS journey. Yep.
Right, yeah, I know. I think it did take a hit, though. I definitely think that took a hit. I know they say that MS is progressive, and like once you lose it, like you don't get it back. And and so like I'm embracing that part of it. I'm like, I don't really want to accept it, but it kind of like is what it is, and I'm okay with that. I still just keep like I don't give up, but I just embrace it and still keep trying to push and move ahead. But yeah, I definitely think stress, unbelievable stress. Really, I think it took its toll. Yeah, and I think so much of it was so unnecessary.
Yeah,
it's amazing how people just change. And I'm not saying like I was innocent in all of it. I probably gave it as good as I got, but it was rough, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I never understood the to the extent of how draining something like that is.
Someone said, "Oh, girl, bye." I know that's right, LoriAnne. No, she was funny. She was funny.
Every morning, like you wake up, I'm like, "Take, guess what I found last night?"
Yeah. No. I'm like, what you find, Mom? What you find?
Yeah. So, but I think something like that, it probably would have been a lot more if like.
It's called a series boy. Bye.
Yeah, I think because I think that attorneys, everybody always wants to plead everything out. And I think it's just like a moving kind of like conveyor belt. And like, this is my life. There's one point where I was hard down crying on the phone. And I said to my attorney, I'm like, y'all are going to eat. You're going to eat. Like, y'all are attorneys. I'm like, I'm going to start. If I don't put my foot down and fight for this, like, I'm not pleading anything out. I'm not giving it. I was like, I've got to make a point. I was home for 32 years. Married 32 years. Raised 3 kids. No drug addicts. No, like, teenage pregnancy. Nothing wrong with that. But in my mind, that to me was like success for my children. And I'm like, I did it the right way. And I'm like, now somebody's just going to walk away and take the money with them and like leave me for dead, try to take the insurance, everything. Like, to me, it was the cruelest, nastiest, meanest thing I had ever heard of, and I wasn't going to tolerate it. And I didn't tolerate it. And so I would hold it up. I even got a doctor's note at the end, and I'm like, I can't, my nerves can't take it. And so I need a break from this. And so I held it up at that point because I'm like, thank God I did, because there was more to be found. So I said, that was God, that was definitely God at that point. God said, God will make the crooked straight. The Bible tells you, okay, God will make the crooked straight. And there was a lot of crookedness going on there. And so he straightened it out when I took that little, like, I have to back away for a while. And I didn't know why I had to, because normally I'm a strong person. But I really was like breaking down. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. So I asked my neurologist, I'm like, I need a break. And that break helped me find more. And so I said that was definitely a God moment. Yeah, so.
So is there any advice to women after you experience that though? So like when it's over.
I'm going through it now. I'm living it now. It's only been like 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
So I told you we was coming back when it was over. So we literally came back when it was over. So it literally was over. I didn't get the papers yet in the mail. So it literally was 2 weeks ago. If even that, right? Has it even been 2 weeks yet? I don't know. But yeah.
And she's so strong.
No advice yet. I think the shock was, I think the day that we went there, then you treated me, she was so sweet. I don't know if anybody's friends with me. Well, of course you guys are friends with me on Facebook. Those that are, the little cake that was so cute on there, the little present cake with the little bow on it. That was the day that we went there and I had to sign papers, and then Tay stopped up at the grocery store. She got me the little cake, the little cake, and then we went to a soul food restaurant. And she bought me dinner, ribs and pulled pork,
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese,
It was so odd because it's like we're not celebrating. Like I don't know. It's
people
just
don't know what to say to you. Like congratulations. Like I'm sorry. Like you know, but I think you know because you guys that are MADCURLS family, you truly like know me. Remember the day, and I was like, it's gonna be too. Like remember all that, all the big talk and everything. But when you finally start living through it, it is like a death. It's a serious death. Like it was horrible.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe the first night I was okay. The second night, like I really had to go sleep with you because I'm like I can't take it. Like the memories started coming back. It was horrible. And even now and then, like I'll get like a little flutter. I still kind of like don't understand it, but it's not like the big talk anymore. Like it's a doggone shame.
Yeah. When you think about it, it's pretty tragic.
It's pretty tragic.
It's pretty tragic.
Yeah, it's pretty tragic. And I think. And then just in the way kind of like it ended the nastiness, the no talking, all that. I'm like not that kind of person. I get as quick as I get mad, as quick as I like get over it. And I don't understand grudges. Don't want to have nothing to do with that. How could you not want to have something to do with like everybody's amicable? I feel in my mind like you got what you want. Like I got what I want. Why can't people speak? You know, I don't understand that. That to me is like just cutting off. I think it's cruel. I think it's unnecessary. And so that's the part that really bugged me. But you know, I can't do it. I don't have any control over anybody else. I only have control over myself. So it's just a lot, but it's definitely ebbs and flows. But it's brand spanking new. It's not.
April told me said like she's like I celebrate when it's over as like the beginning of healing, which I think I said you got to put some time between you and it because like at first you were like this is so hard. Like basically how am I like gonna get like past this feeling? And I'm like you got to put time like. In between you and it. So like right now we're like 2 weeks out and like, you know, as we go on, it's basically like healing. It is like healing, like as the time goes on. Yeah. So.
But it's not a part of my life that I don't embrace. It's a part of my life that I think about. Oh, like there's pictures of it. I'm not hiding everything. I'm not cutting up things, destroying things, throwing things in fire. It was my life. It was 32 years of my life. I'm 55, so I was in my 20s. That's more of my life than that I had even lived. Mm-hmm. So how can you not have those memories? Like when we just had Easter and stuff, like we have to make new traditions,
right?
You know, like normally like we'll do things like as a family. So now like I have my adult children, we're all like basically going through the same thing together. We all kind of like feel that loss, so to speak, and so we just create new traditions, just do things like laid back, like no restrictions, no schedules, no everybody get up, get dressed, we're going to church, you know, we're gonna have dinner. Like we could just do what we want to do. I want to be free. I said don't think I'm on the market. Anybody, don't be calling. Folks be calling. Like
I know we had a cute plumber here the other day. I was like, he's cute.
Yeah.
You were like, no.
Old person came from the past and like I wanted to take. I'm not on the market. I'm not available. Gosh, give me a break. I was tied down for 32 years. I don't think I don't want nobody looking to me to text them, call them, go out with them, have a cup of coffee, cup of tea. I want to be me.
Not coffee or tea.
Not coffee or tea. I just want to be me. Like I'm not on the market. Okay, I'm not looking to be on the market. I ain't messing with my Manning. Okay, so no, I'm not on the market. Just leave me be. And that's just where I'm at. But like I said, it's brand new. So but it's rough.
Good question, Miss Bohemia. We're still sorting through all of that. I don't talk about it or think about it really. So yeah, it'll maybe work itself out one day, but it hasn't at this moment in time.
Yeah,
so that's that.
Yeah, I felt some type of way like
not a single sip of water, no tea, no nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, no. Can I meet you over here? Like no, like. Yeah, like give somebody a break. Yeah, no, not at all. But no, I hope that mends. I think the boys probably still kept in touch, but I you know, I don't know. Not that much. I just it's tragic. The whole thing is tragic all around, I think. But I know I do too. I am so blessed to have my kids. I don't think I could have done it without them. It's nothing that I put no demands on them. I don't tell anybody like stay away, don't call. That's not me. I think that they feel. I think it's a horrible situation that parents do put their kids in. Yes, they're adult children, but we are their parents, and I think that too bad everybody can't be more grown up about it because I feel that there's still things to celebrate. One day, you know, you'll get married. The boys will get married. There's graduations. Adam's still in college. I hate that kind of separateness that you can't be in the same room, or it's stress on the kids to try to navigate the parent stupidness.
We were literally just talking about weddings yesterday, and I was just like, I basically want to get married at the courthouse. I was like, 'cause I don't want to have to think about that right now, like who's walking who down the aisle, who's there, who's not. Like I was like, I'd rather not deal with that. Yeah, it's busted. It's busted.
And I always I envy people that could break up, divorce, and remain friends. And oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't have to co-parent. Little did I know how rough it was going to be, how nasty it could be. God knows, God really knows what's good for you. And the way I feel about my kids, and if I had to co-parent and they had to spend time one weekend, I don't think I could have made it. So I'm glad everybody's an adult and everybody can do things on their own, because that would have been awful. I commend people that can do that, and I really respect people that can do it decently. You can co-parent and you can do things together, and you can be in the same car, in the same house, and the father and the mother can go to each other's house and pick the kids up and sit down and talk. It just didn't work out between the two of you, but these are still your beautiful children that you made, and be civil. I don't understand all of this mad and keeping distance, and so I just never thought it would be like that, and it's tragic, because I'm so proud of the kids. And I want to be able to share with somebody that to me would be just as proud, because they're your children too. And that's like you working in the school district, or Spencer does things with the military, or Adam. I can't pick up the phone and call a person that to me would be just as enthusiastic as me, because of stupidness, And I just never thought that would happen, and it's tragic.
Yeah.
That it is happening, and it's being encouraged. And the worst part of it, I don't want to give away all the tea, because I said, I'm gonna try to make money off of this story. But the worst part of it is really the ministers. When I was at my lowest point, I reached out.
There's so many levels.
Yeah, there's so many levels.
So many levels to this story.
Anybody see that special? No. Anybody see that special, that Hillsong special? This is kind of off the subject, but it just goes to show how churches can do. And not to bash it, because God knows I'm a believer. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I'm proud to be. But very disappointed about the reception, and how they pick sides, and they're not fair, and there's no counseling to be had. And even when I reach out, they didn't reach out to me, I reached out to them, to someone that I really respected, somebody that I truly thought would help the situation, and still waiting for the phone call back. Okay, phony. It's that's another tragic part of it. The church. How
I was gonna say that. I was it's the fallout from church. We've been going for 10 years. Really invested, the fallout with the church from that.
And I knew that church wasn't gonna come through. But when it started getting very messy, and there was no talking any sense, and the bills just running up, and I couldn't penetrate Jay. So I said, okay, let me reach out to a minister that I know would penetrate. And they all act all surprised, oh, that's happening. Oh my God, well, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Still waiting for them to get to the bottom of it. Okay, still waiting. Nobody calls back, nobody gets to the bottom of anything. And you could trace people online, you could see what they're doing, and they just don't care. I think that's part of where the depression comes from, where you feel that's your last hope, a minister. They knew us as Lori and Jay. They knew what we were. We would go to their church and everything. And I'm okay, the churches that I went to up here, okay, they're not going to do anything. But I reached out to a Southern church, Pentecostal holiness church. I need help. And no help to be had. It's very, very disgusting to me. So that's another part of the healing that has to happen.
No, we don't. No, do we still go to the church? No.
Definitely the one that we were going to up here in Connecticut. No, and I think it was church hurt. I shared that, quite a few lives on here about the church hurt, the shock. Because my grandmother used to always say, y'all need to get yourself a good church, and church is going to be the answer to everything. If you're in a church that keeps your family together, family that stays together, prays together, stays together, all that stuff, But no, it doesn't. Everybody backs away. I think Jay was a powerful figure, and they thought maybe he was rolling in the dough this last time, I think. And I think that they were being somehow tithing or something, because I couldn't understand. I was shocked, because you see stuff through affidavits and everything. And so he was going to that church, though he lived in a whole other state out west, But somehow he was making it down that church and they were getting money. So they didn't want to hear a thing I had to say. And that was a blind side. And I'm like, okay, now I see.
Eric Fleming said, she was like, that's so wrong. Not working for God, that's for sure. It makes you question their motive in ministry.
Yeah.
And then they said divorce will really show you the true sides of family, friends, and people who are really in your corner.
Yeah.
Experienced this with my parents' divorce. Yeah, no, it was an eye-opener for sure.
Yeah, definitely with family. Yeah, it's a shame. Like I definitely have a cross-eyed. I hate to fall with everybody be bitter because I'm not bitter like that. Like it's over, it's done. I'm over it. Okay, like so to speak. But I was shocked. People liking stuff, on his page and everything. To me is disloyal. You know how y'all know how I feel about loyalty.
What guys? What does she want on her gravestone? Where the OGs at?
Right.
Where the OGs at? What does she want on her gravestone? Her headstone. Right. We'll see if anybody can remember it. But yeah,
believe it. Like, is it really necessary to have your like on his page? Like in my opinion, to go against me, like who am I? I'm nobody. But to me, to go against me, like, did it really mean that much to you? You looking for a husband yourself or something? Like, why do you feel you need to like something on his page? You don't even know him. Okay, and so like I just thought that was very disloyal. I'm like, family members liking stuff? Like, why? Like, eye-opening, but it only made me stronger. Now I know who I can trust.
Yeah, she got the clothes. All I want is loyalty. Yep, all she wanted was loyalty. Right. Yep. No, for real.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, it was so thirsty and so unnecessary. Like, it's just so gross. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Women can be busted sometimes. And like you said, like, looking for a husband for themselves. Like, it's not even necessary to, like, when you know there's a situation and they knew you both to be liking stuff still. Like, it's just, maybe my skin crawl. Like, it's busted.
No. And, and I didn't, and, somebody said, like, get a story, like, from who? Like, the disloyal folks? Or from, like, Jay in the Marriage? I didn't expect one because I think that we were both in it. That's why I said I don't like guys that constantly blame on the wife or the wife that blames things on the guys. Anybody that has been in a marriage, how could you possibly, when you meet somebody new, to put all the blame on your spouse? To me, I would get my pocketbook and put it over my shoulder. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a child here. I'd rather say it didn't work out, but it's over now. And no, I had a lot of good years. We had beautiful children. It just didn't work out. But somebody say, she did this, and she called, and she checked up, and she made me lose my job. And all the blame game, childlike, because what were like you doing to provoke this divorce is nasty.
Yeah.
So how could you put it all? I take the blame for like the things that I did, and I expect somebody else to take the blame. But to put it all on there, and even at one point you're like, it's all her, like everything. Yeah, damn the word did. Like you can't like. It was 32 years, okay? Like, that's a long time. And so it was give and take. Like, some years were good, some years were not. There was a lot of things, a lot of illnesses, health, financial. 32 years is a long time. And to say at the end, what an insult to me, to say it was all my fault. I'm the one that made it go down. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no respect for that whatsoever. I'm saying, like, I gave as good as I got. Like, I was a part of it, and it was both of us that did that. I am not an innocent in this. We were both in the relationship. And any man that would do that, or any woman that would do that, and put it on just the husband, or the husband put it on just the wife, how could you possibly do that? 32 years? Why'd you stay so long then? Why'd you stay so long? And it just made no sense to me. And when I hear things like that, and people like, all ears, really? What else did she do? Like, really? And you're married too, and you want to listen to that garbage? Like, you know how hard marriage is. Marriage is not easy. And so it's awful, guys, but here I is still. Here I is.
Here you is.
Here I is, girl.
Yeah. When someone says like,
Thank you.
It's hard to explain the impact of church hurt if you haven't gone through it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like, that's why, like, that's why you have to, but you do have to know God for yourself, because like if you're like depending on people in churches and stuff, like no. I don't, not that they're, because like when they're good, like if you're in a good one, like or whatever, like you gotta like, it's all about like your own relationship with God, because like say if our relationship with God was based on our relationship with the church, and everything would have went down the tubes, right? Because that was pretty disappointing.
That we went to a church one time and they said that church is like a hospital, okay? People in there are sick, so you can't expect perfection in church. So I do not expect perfection, but I do think that God holds ministers at a higher, blame level. Like it's in James about how they, like teachers, are going to be held at a higher standard. So I did expect, okay, I can't expect much from, civilians, family members and all that, but I do expect when you reach out to a man of God,
Civilian.
whatever they are. Okay. Whatever they are.
Yeah.
They're lucky they got that title.
Right.
But I think that a man of God is held at a different standard. It says in the Bible, I think in James, that they're held at a different standard and God's going to hold them, more accountable. And so for some of the behaviors, I just think, wow, maybe they weren't equipped to. I don't know. Do churches do that anymore? Do they do counseling? Do they call the couple? And do they even care? Do they even care anymore to try to mend, marriages and help people? I don't know. I wish it was like I saw one watching.
It's strange because you reached out twice to like the church we actually went to, and then to like a church we had like that we went to when we were down south and we had family there and everything. Like you reached out to 2 different ministers and neither. It's like do they not do that anymore? Is that not a thing?
I know, and I wish like they did. Like remember, I'm like remember back in the day, but I've heard of the churches like where you do something and you had to sit down. They set you down,
right?
Like they basically strip you.
If you saw the Hillsong thing, the girl confessed her and her boyfriend that they did something before marriage, and like she got snatched out the choir, and he got whatever, he couldn't be in ministry anymore.
That's
like for like 6 months or something. Like, do they do that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that was right. That whole documentary was crazy.
Right.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like there's no punishment, there's no repercussions, there's no titles being taken. If you're a deacon, you still stand just as tall as a deacon. If you're a pastor, you're like, I was going to people like I said are already broken, going to pastors that were already divorced themselves. So like they to me probably didn't really have any authority, though I tried to overlook that because I felt like, okay, well maybe, they still can kind of like, but no, it's just all broken. So like I'm going like the blind leading the blind. Why is he gonna have to heal my marriage? He's gonna heal his own marriage. So I started thinking like that. Maybe like God was giving me those words like to calm my spirit because I didn't understand why people weren't trying to help me. And then he started showing me that you're going to ministers that are divorced themselves. So I don't know, but no, I'm a believer. I truly believe that God carried me through, or else I probably wouldn't be here now. I definitely clung to the word of God. I was reading things. I seriously thought, like I was reading, like in the morning, I'm like, hey, you gotta read the scripture. It was for me. It was designed for me. I said, even in this part, I'm like just talking about like, when you go before like the judge. I'm like, it was so perfect one day. I think it was in Luke. And I couldn't believe like the wording about judges and courts. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I truly know God was there during that time for me and giving me these scriptures to really strengthen me. But that's why you really do have to know God for yourself and depend on that. Walk your way through the Bible and God will speak to you. And that's how I kind of like survived. So, yeah, never would want to go through something like that again. It's awful.
But okay, Ellie, you be in the word.
Yeah, no, I am. We see you. Yeah, they don't have the victory in the area themselves, right? But I think that we're men, and I think that we grew up in the church, and I think that we respect. Like I'm a person that gives respect to these titles, and I really respected people that have this authority, and I truly believe that this is like truly like a man of God, an anointed man of God. But it's so disappointing. I think church hurt is the worst kind. There's so many kind of hurts, but that is like one of the worst hurts. But I think that God will have to, deal with that. I have to just kind of like heal in my own way. And but yeah, no, it's sad that like we don't go to church. I feel like that's.
I mean, we went to that one for like 10, 11 years, and we were like very involved. And my thing was when we decided like not to go back, like nobody came looking for us, like not even like people that I was involved with, like youth pastors, and I was teaching, younger Sunday school, like, doing the announcements, like nobody was like, where did they go? Like, where did that whole family go? Like nobody came looking for us. I'm like, that to me, that was very strange. That was just, I don't know. That was strange.
But one time I was on Facebook and, not for a whole lot of stuff, but I do kind of like hear God like throughout my day. And I saw something on Facebook one time that said, God like pulled that person out of your life for the conversations that you did not hear. So in other words, the things that he was saying to people about me, those were the conversations I didn't hear, but God knew. He knew what was being said about me out there. And so the dirt that was being talked about me behind my back that I didn't know, I thought people liked me and I thought that they respected us, like as a married couple and stuff. No, God showed me that, no, there's things being said about you behind your back that you're not aware of. And this is why people have turned away from you. Nobody's there for you. He gathered up all these flying monkeys, they call them, on his side before he pulled this stunt. And then that way I got the blind side. All these people lined up behind him because he was doing all the dirt behind my back, getting everybody lined up. That, good, you finally left her. Yeah, I don't know how you stayed that long. Little did I know, that he was doing this. And so that's why I think that that's what was going on there.
Joan D said, my old pastor once said, if they ever get a call for help, the first thing they do is check the tithing records. He was insinuating the amount of help you received is based on the money contributions.
Probably. I believe that. Yeah. It's sad when things like that come to light. I know the very first time that I saw in church, I really truly, I was so new at it. And I remember going to a Pentecostal church, a holiness church, and the minister's preaching and everybody's getting excited. And then, you start hearing the chords of the piano and the organ. And I'm really thinking it's the move of God. And so I really believe that. For weeks I believed that. And then one day I heard the preacher really going, sweating, carrying on, running around the church. And then I saw him cue the organist. And then the music started. And I'm like, he controls the piano? I thought it was like God. That's how naive I was. I really thought it was a move of God. I really thought it was the Holy Ghost moving around the church. And then I saw him cueing it. And I heard him do this, stop it, right now. More people fall out. Not to be negative, God knows, because when I was heavily into the church, I didn't want to hear you have to see these things for yourself. I'm not turning anybody against it because God knows I'm a believer, okay? I'm just saying this is my experience, my naivete, what I went through. But the walk that I took, I started seeing. And I hate to see that. That's when you get jaded. That's where I swore I would never get. Somebody said they love when you're newly saved and everything is so new to you. And they're like, I hope you never lose that because you all know my passion for everything. I had told you I'd take everything on. So when I was newly saved, God, I went to Bible school. I told you I have a degree in Bible. What's that? Biblical studies. Yep. Okay, I want to be a preacher. Okay. Took it all to heart, took it all in. But when you finally get jaded, it's a terrible, terrible feeling to finally start peeling away the layers. And it could be the devil. I don't know what it is, but the layers, the shingles have fallen from my eyes, and it's terrible. But maybe one day it's all part of it. God knows what's good for all of us, and one day maybe I'll go back, but still believe in God. Read my Bible all the time. It's the only thing that's sustaining me right now. But to be mixing and mingling with folks at the church, not at all. Nope.
Not at this moment in time.
I'll pray for me. Y'all Christians out there, pray for me. My soul. Have you had your braid for 2 months? Not 2 months yet, right?
It's been a month and 2 weeks.
Man being the operative word, yes.
Didn't know you studied to be a minister. You have great layers.
Yes, God. Yeah, no, I did. Definitely really took the Bible from the beginning. I never understood it, and then one day it all opened up to me, and I truly understood it on a say a theological level like that. But then I know that you have to be anointed to preach.
Someone asked what college you went to.
It was an online college. It was Newburgh Seminary College, but to me it was harder because when you go to school they'll give you a syllabus and you just have to do certain things. When you went to this college, you really had to read textbooks, 1,000-page textbooks and then you had to write a paper about it. And every single paper I got an A+ on. My grade point average was above and beyond, and I actually went to the college to graduate. And so that's one of my proudest moments when I was 41.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went and graduated.
Didn't we graduate the same year? I graduated high school. And
y'all got to still saw my personality. Let me show y'all when I was lined up with my class. Okay, I had red high heels on. Okay.
She had red high heels. Everyone else had black shoes, and she had red high heels in the front.
Right, I know. I was like, why I gotta? I said, I'm still holy. I said, why I gotta be homely? I said, can I still be holy, not homely? So, yeah, hold on, where's that picture? But yeah, it was my proudest moment. I worked very, very hard. I think it took me maybe about a year to get through. I think I had to do 8 textbooks and learned so much and was just really absorbed in it. And really wanted to preach, but then I realized that just because you go to school, it doesn't make you a preacher. You still have to have the anointing, So I knew theologically about the church and the Bible and all that, but that's not really like how you preach. I mean, I think nowadays I believe that preachers need a little bit more like substance behind you, so you don't keep getting the repeat phrases. Everybody running around the church with like there's no message. You leave like you like the music. I love gospel music and all that, but sometimes you'll leave the churches and you're like, okay, what did I just learn today? I like churches. I kind of like Assemblies of God churches that really have like they lay out the message and you leave the church feeling fed. You feel like there's a message there that you like. The other churches, yes, it's a feel good church. You love the music, but you leave there sometimes wondering like,
what was the message?
What was the message today?
No, before we went to the church we last went to, we went to another one for 2 years, which was Assemblies of God, and like personally, like that's my preference, and I just don't feel like I can be like committed right now to like go every Sunday, but I said like if I were to ever go back to a church, like that's where I'd be leaning. The only thing is like during the election they were like posting stuff that was leaning Republican, I guess I'll say, like, and I just felt like that had no place in the church, and it just really rubbed me wrong, and so I haven't been able to kind of forget about it since, and that just kind of bothered me. But like the congregation is so diverse. I really loved the message and how like the message was delivered. Like I really enjoyed that church, but it's just that stuff on Facebook I saw I can't get out of my head at the moment.
I think either way, I think Republican or Democrat, because there's people out there that are Republican that don't necessarily want to hear a church. I think isn't there like a separation between church and state? I really don't think it belongs in the pulpit.
Right. Yeah. Either way. So it's like they lean more towards my beliefs, like what I just don't. I don't think it should have been mentioned one way or another. Like it just rubbed me really wrong when really I saw it on Facebook, and I was like,
save souls, not to bring politics into church. And I think that when you're a new Christian and you go to the church and you're sitting there and you're kind of like uncomfortable, like, and you start hearing them talk about politics and different like people in the White House, everything. I just think either way, Republican, Democrat, I don't think it belongs in church, because when you have a new person, you're bringing a visitor to the church and they're hearing this, you don't know which way they lean, so just worry about the soul. The Bible says he who wins souls is wise. Okay, and so all of this from the pulpit about who's doing this, and I know the Republicans hang their hats on the conservative movement and the abortion and all that with the Republicans, okay, but not in the pulpit. I just don't think it belongs, because you're trying to win souls. Don't turn people off. You don't know which way they lean. Just preach the word of God. Just the word. Can't go wrong with the word.
Yeah, Erica, it bothered me. And I'm like, now I'm gonna be looking at you while like basically you're preaching to me, and I'm just like I know what you put on Facebook. I know what you said.
You always want to like
it just bugged me. Here's Bustedness.
Girl, the guy in the shoes.
The red shoes. Wait, and I gotta wait. Where's the group shot? So here's like a little bit of the group shot, but like you can just see her little Dorothy red shoes at the bottom. Everyone's wearing black shoes, and she's wearing red shoes.
Red shoes, right? Love it.
It's the red shoes for me,
right? But I enjoyed that, and so. It helps me, because I always want to know the why. I know, you don't always have to know the why, but it makes reading the Bible, and I understand it now. And I never did. And I prefer the King James version of it, and it's very hard, if you're new to that, but I kind of got adjusted to that. And then I also like the new King James version. I love that one too.
I said reading your separation documents. It was like reading the King James Bible. It's like, wherefore art thou? And I said, it's a mashup of the King James Bible and Shakespeare. Yeah. I'm I don't know what I'm reading. I don't understand.
See, I like that. See, so it says our pastor reads word for word in the Bible and then explains it so we have a better understanding of it. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I like. That's what our experience with the Assemblies of God. They do that, and there's always a message. And I'm not saying all churches have to be like that. They have the little handouts and everything, but they made it I think you have to kind of go with the times. And I think that people are just like know more now and like probably require more. There was a question out there that why are millennials pulling away? Why are the millennials not going, and what is the reason why? And I mean, there's like various reasons, but like why is it like our grandmothers? My grandmother was a staunch Christian, never missed a Sunday, sick, well, like why is it waning away generation after generation? Like what is turning the millennials away from it? And then like the next generation. So like what we have millennials, you guys are millennials, and then Adam is like generation who? Y Z? I don't know.
I never know.
I don't know. I never know either. I think I'm X.
What are we? I don't know.
What is Adam Spence? Is he generation Y or?
He's Zoomer.
He's a, what's it? What is that?
That's what they call the one after us.
What are we?
Millennials.
We're millennials, and then there's Zoomers.
That's what we call them, Zoomers.
But what are they actually called?
Zoomers.
Are they generation what?
Gen
generation
Z? Gen
Gen
Z?
Yeah, they call them
Oh,
Zoomers.
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 Okay.
Okay, duh. Okay.
Oh, why? Because they've been on Zoom?
No, it's because they're like the replacement of boomers.
Because of what?
Replacement of boomers.
They're replacing boomers?
Well, they're getting older.
Who are
What
boomers?
about why are y'all replacing boomers?
Because Zoomers are closer to that.
Zoomers are closer to boomers?
Yeah, let's go with that.
I don't know what you're
Not-
saying. We'd be closer to
Gabby's a boomer.
Isn't
Yeah.
she?
No, she's not. She's silent.
No, she's not. Papa was silent.
She's 70 now, right?
Now she is, but she's still. But the boomers have aged, and now boomers are in their 70s, not
Yeah,
their.
so they just pick Zoomers as a clever kind of catch-all term.
Oh,
for-
interesting. Okay.
You guys are Gen X.
We're Gen X.
You're
okay.
Gen X.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Millennials are Gen Y, but we're so we're Gen Y, but we're millennials.
Ms. Bohemian, is there anything that defines us? They said like, yes, we're Gen X, but like, there's nothing that defines us. They said that we were latchkey kids. We were, right? But what else defines us? We were the kids that were like the first generation that were left because their parents went to work. We don't like really have like roots. They said. I don't know what defines us. Hi, Allie B. Oh yes, we've been on tonight, catching up.
A little something light. Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock. We've been on here for 2 hours.
The church is on TikTok. Who's on TikTok?
Who's on TikTok?
Exactly. Yeah, you have to make it clear. And also, like, the Bible specifically says when you're speaking in tongues. One time, like when we first went to church, like we were so new to everything. And remember the man across the aisle, he was speaking in tongues. We had no clue. And we thought he was speaking like in his own language, like just kind of like speaking out in church. And because he looked foreign, so we're like, is he speaking like in his own language? So, but in Assemblies of God, there's order. In the church, okay? So the minister will preach, and then you'll hear like a voice maybe in the back, okay? And he'll pause, and he'll lift the word of God. Like he'll let the person speak in tongues. And then there's an interpreter. You don't speak in tongues unless there's an interpreter. Not putting down any church, but I'm saying like we have done like the...
Now that you mentioned it, that was a major difference between the first church you went to and like the second one. So the second one was like where anybody at any point would like be speaking in tongues and everyone would just be praising God and speaking in tongues. But the first one we went to, like people might be taught, but like there would always be one voice that like everybody else's voice just you were silent. Like and one voice was like would come up and like of course like we didn't know what they were saying, but the pastor always knew what they were saying. Like
we could be worshiping, and then all of a sudden the voice will rise higher than the music.
Yeah.
So then the music will get lower, and you'll let the person finish speaking in tongues. But there must be an interpreter.
Yeah.
There's an order to everything, and so the person will finish speaking in tongues, and then the interpreter will interpret it. And if there isn't an interpreter, I guess like the minister will like interpret it. But there's always an understanding of what was just
there
said.
always was.
Yeah.
It was very
But in
we never saw that once in the one we went to in 10 years. Like everybody was speaking in tongues, but there was never an interpreter.
And actually, it was like encouraged and. It was like there was tarrying.
Tarrying?
Yeah, there was tarrying.
Yeah.
And it was like the haves and the have-nots. Like either you spoke in tongues and you were part of the haves and you were somebody, or you were a have. And they really kind of like frowned on that. Like you guys know, like when you go to those churches, like you have to speak in tongues, and if you don't, like basically God help you. You know, it really is that division like that, and it's pressure. Like you were scared, like you didn't know enough at the time to understand that, you know, and so if you don't,
I was like, am I just gonna bust out in the grocery store?
Right,
Like I didn't know, I didn't understand it. Like,
I don't want to. Speak.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, but then they would like, if they saw you like trying to like praising him or whatever, like they would like try to take you aside and ask you to speak in tongues, and if not, they're like, do you want the gift? And like, no, they would like tarry with you, like you just had to keep saying Jesus like over and over and over and over and over again, like. until you spoke in tongues, and sometimes it worked for people, sometimes it didn't. Like, I don't know, but yeah, no, that was stressful. A little bit. That always made me nervous. That was a little stressful. Like the tarrying.
Yeah, but again, it's not a bad thing. It's just the different churches. But I think it's the understanding of the church, and maybe like with the millennials, if they had more of an understanding of the Word of God or what's going on, like the order of the church, maybe. I think it can be. I think that as like I call them, like the black churches can be very intimidating. You are petrified. You know, if you've never had that experience, if you didn't grow up in your grandmother's church, like I grew up under that. My grandmother's church was a Baptist church, and I grew up under Pentecostal churches, so I understood that. I used to go down to tent sessions in New York where they were popping eyes in and out, and
tent sessions.
Tent sessions, girl, like praising you, having like mats laid out and healings and all that, canes flying all around the church. Everybody was healing and walking. Okay, so like really like dramatic stuff. So I'm used to all of that kind of stuff. I remember one time I was so scared. They were going to do an exorcism, close the door, lock everybody in, so that like we could contain the evil spirit. Like they had the bucket in the back. Like, okay, girl, like seriously,
the bucket.
It's crazy. Those Peter pop off like craziness like that. Okay, Peter pop off like basically like I need a walker. Like I need a walker now. Okay, and like he's gonna yank the walker from me, basically throw it up in the air, like basically make me walk. Okay. Like, what kind of mess is that? Seriously, right? One night I was like fascinated watching that man, like just yanking canes from 80-year-old women. Okay, girl, I gotta show you like on YouTube. Okay, Peter Popple, I swear.
Stop saying Peter Popple.
Isn't there Peter Popple, girl? Now we're getting silly. This is about the time of night when we get silly. Okay. Girl, Google it. It's Peter Popple. Okay, and then he's like, and then they have this expression when they like delay of obedience is disobedience. Like he kept saying, you know, like basically like get your wallets out, call 1-800-PETER-POPPLE. And if you don't do it right now, delay of obedience is disobedience. Okay, it's and I was like, delay of obedience. That makes sense. Like delay of obedience, like get your wallet out, get your credit card going. All the lines are open. God, all lines are open, okay? But he was just like yanking canes. People, like I can see me now. I mean, yanking the walker, telling me to walk. Can you imagine? You know, it's like you don't have enough faith. You know,
that's busted. So if you couldn't do it, you don't have enough faith.
Yeah. Seriously, and guys.
Okay.
Done it all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, girl, let's pop off, girl. All right, it's about that time.
I know, we're getting busted. We gotta wind down.
I know. Now I got locked back up in my cage.
Right, no, seriously. I was just say, she's been out of her cage too long. Now she's getting busted.
See, this is why I didn't go on. Well, I was going through my meds because I never know how to shut those lips.
Oh my
God. I had to be caged.
All right, any other news that needs to be discussed? Someone asked if we're going to be going on regularly now. That is a great question.
Guys. And we're going to try to be good. Right?
Yes.
Girl. But no, this week was like easy because you were out of school and you have like a long week and all that, you know, so I know school is very taxing for you. So let's hope for the best. But no, I did have fun tonight.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun.
So
I don't know, like we were petrified this afternoon. I'm like, oh my God.
We were like literally when we decided to go live and we put it out there, I was laying like prostrate on my bed. Like I'm so stressed out. Like I'm so nervous.
I'm like, I don't know how we used to do that. You know, but no. You guys were very welcoming, and I started seeing like
Lavender Life. That's such a good question. She said, "Are you teaching summer school?" Honestly, I thought about it, and I really thought about it. I was like, you know, why not? But it's like, you know, just 1 month, and I don't know because once school's over.
1 month?
Yeah, I think summer school's just like 1 month,
Okay.
and it's like, hey, can you teach like 6th grade math, like, you know, for a month? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Most likely not. I always try to bite off more than I could chew. Like, I was gonna sign up to be the track and field coach because I wanted to do something different this year until I really looked up what it took to be a track and field coach, and I was like, yeah, no, nope. Like, I didn't even understand the workouts and like the different things. Yeah, no. So sometimes I bite off more than I can chew, and maybe I just need to like relax. Like this spring break was like my first spring break as a teacher. Like I did like my spring breaks as like a substitute or whatever, but like no, this spring break hit differently. Like I literally have been in my bed all week just chilling. Relaxing.
Bohemian, you gonna let all your hair go gray? She's like, "Well, this is news. That's news. That's my news."
All right, T-Mom's not having it. She's like, just come on and chat with us live. We'll make up topics as we go. That's what we typically do.
That's what I said tonight.
Remember when we first started live? We were like, okay, we're gonna talk about this, and then
we had an
finally,
itinerary.
and finally we were just like, we're just gonna let it flow because
Yeah.
we never know which way it's gonna
We
go.
don't, because we came on tonight just really saying hi, and then you guys were just saying hi, and then I don't know how we just started talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it always goes on. Like we've already been on like well over 2 hours, and just the conversation just seriously just flows.
Yeah.
We really enjoy our Friday nights. I don't know why we become so busted all the time, because we really do enjoy our Friday nights.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any travel plans this summer, Tay? Well, Josh's sister's getting married in the Canary Islands, so like I'll get to travel outside of the United States for like the first time ever, and I'm excited for that. I am.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's when I guess I'm going this summer, though. As far as I know.
Very cool.
That's in July. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for that.
I'm very excited for you.
Are you, girl? Girl, get a little sick and tan. Weddings and love and travel.
Tell about your new thing, like the newly.
Oh, so okay, because I have a problem with shopping. I take my teacher outfits of the day very seriously. Maybe that's why I've been like in a slump all week, because I haven't been able to like get dressed all week.
Oh,
So
okay.
I miss like putting on my clothes every day.
Mhm.
But so there's this thing called Nuuly, and it's like Nuuly, and basically you can rent 6 items of clothing every month. But like the brands are like higher ends, they're like higher end brands and like upcoming designers and stuff. So like I saw these pair of pants from Anthropology that I really wanted, and they were like $130. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying those. But like Nuuly had them, so I could like rent them, like throw them as like one of my 6 items for like $88 a month. You rent 6 items of clothing, wear them, and like if you want to like keep them, keep what you bought, keep what you have, like they'll give you like a discounted rate if you actually want to buy one of the items. If not, like you just send it back, and then the next month $88 you can pick 6 new items. And like I love it because I'm not an outfit repeater this year. So like maybe next year, like people are like, oh, I remember that dress you wore that last year. But this year I haven't been an outfit repeater because I have so many clothes. Like there's so much things I want to lay out. And so I just like love it because I can like rent something. Like I wore this cute dress the other day. I'm like, okay, it's cute. It's memorable. I wore it, but I can like send it back. Like, okay, I wore it. That's it.
And they don't want you to do any laundry or anything. Just put it in the bag.
And send it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once they get it, literally once they scan it, once like UPS scans it, then like I'm eligible to like pick 6 more, like 6 new items. Okay. And so like, I don't know.
You guys
it's so
think that's
cool.
a good deal? I thought it was like, I had never heard of anything
it's like Free
that.
People, Anthropology. They have Urban Outfitters there. There's this up and coming brand called Farm Rio that I think their stuff is really cute. Like they have a lot of like brands I've never heard of, but the stuff is just so unique and it's just so like high quality. Like one of the dresses I had in my order for this month was like $130 like linen dress from Anthropology. It's like blue. It's so cute, and it's just I love
Nuuly.
it. It's called Nuuly,
yes.
Nuuly, and you can pick 6 items for $88. Like any 6 pants, skirt, shirts,
like the higher
dresses.
end stores, like the Anthropologies and
like the higher end stores. So like if you don't feel like spending $250 on a dress, like I'm planning on doing it for the wedding. Like I'm gonna find a dress on there, a couple dresses, couple outfits that I can bring, and then because I was thinking, I was like, you know, a lot of these dresses like people buy for like weddings and stuff, like you never wear them again. Like and so like if I can just rent a dress and then send it back, like that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's I'll put it in the chat. It's Nuuly. Nuuly.
You show pictures of your outfit on your weekly lives. Yeah. Like Stitch Fix, is that what it is? Oh, is that
it's Stitch Fix like an outfit. I know like Rent the Runway is like a service like that.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was Newly. Okay, I know Nuuly. Okay.
But yeah, I think it's like super cool. Super cute.
Also, so I just wanted to put the brand Noble out there. It's a black-owned shoe company. Is it the same kind of
Noble
thing, or like you buy the shoes and you keep them?
It's a cool name. I'm always into new stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm 62 and a boomer. Okay, so 62. Like you're on like the young boomer side, right? Like the millennials. Are you? Because there's like millennials that are 35, and you and Spencer, are you guys like right in the middle? Adam's like right on the cusp. But I think Adam is more of a zoomer, I think.
So Essie, that's a good question. Are the items new? So
Remember I asked
No,
that.
I think some of them are, some of them aren't. I think it
Good
depends.
night,
Like,
Nicole. Thanks for stopping by.
bye. Like one of the dresses that I had a tag on it, so it must have been new. But then there was another dress that looked like it had like a little bit of wear on it. So they like launder everything, like they take care of all. So some of the stuff might be brand new, some of it might have been worn before. So I did not know that. But yeah, everything is not
Right.
brand spanking new. It might be, but it might not be.
Is it Lisa? Should do other teachers not repeat outfits? I know. I'm like, don't get all tied up in your headspace. Like, you got to constantly not change the outfits.
Listen.
Teachers gave you a little compliment. I'm like, you know how expensive something like that is?
Listen, I repeat shoes and pants, but like as far as things, like if I'm wearing like a polka dotted jumpsuit, I'm not wearing that polka dotted jumpsuit again this year because that's something that's like loud and obvious. Like, oh, she wore that 2 months ago. Like, I don't know. I would definitely say like I'm like one of the loudest dressers in my school. Like I enjoy getting dressed. I enjoy getting dressed. So
I know
yeah,
that was the only thing
I'm
about
not an outfit repeater this year.
growing up and having a
But
single
next
mom.
year I will be.
I could never wear like the fancy things. I always had to wear like jeans that were just like denim jeans. That was it. I couldn't wear the jeans with the stars on them or anything fancy because I had to like mix and match like the bottoms like with maybe different tops. But you know, when my mother was a single mother, and so I couldn't like have all the fancy things, and so because people would be like, oh, remember the other day? So when people were like, didn't you already wear that? But you told somebody last week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, I told my mom, I was like, I wonder if the kids are sick of me. I was like, because I'm so annoying, but I don't care. Like my ear, I'm just always listening. So there were like these group of boys sitting at a table, like four of them, like kikiing, laughing or whatever. And then one of the boys got up and like he left and like walked out of the room to go to his locker or something. And I heard one of the other boys sitting at the table. He was like, he wore that outfit yesterday. And like I turned around basically like the Exorcist, like, because I was like, ew, like basically like, you were just like smiling and laughing with him. And like now you're talking about him like once he leaves the room. And I'm like, and the fact that you knew that he wore that yesterday, I'm like, that makes you a creep. Like, why are you watching him that hard? I'm like, you need to get a life. And like, I just went in on this kid. But like, no, like that's not cool. I'm like, you need to get a life for real. The fact that you are watching him that hard, you knew that he wore that outfit yesterday, like that's weird. That's where, and his friends were like, for real.
I would love a teacher like that, like when you guys were growing up, because you don't miss a beat. You know what bullying is about. That seriously was why you wanted to become a teacher, because you were so bullied, and your ear is always out for a bullying moment. And like,
yeah, he was just laughing with that boy. I'm like,
yeah.
First of all, that's fake. Like that's really fake. Like that you were just smiling with him, and now you talk about him once he leaves the room. I'm like, second, I'm like,
Yeah.
you are a weirdo.
And you turn that around so that everybody's like, yeah, man, like why are you watching that?
him? Yeah.
Whereas where they all could have been laughing at the kid that wore the clothes twice, everybody were like, yeah, why are you watching him? Because you like put that out there, like, why are you watching him that closely?
And then a girl was like, I don't even know what I wore yesterday. I'm like, girl, me either. I don't even know what pajamas I had on this morning before I put this outfit on. And I was like, but he knows what he wore yesterday.
See, I wish teachers were more like hands-on like that, because then your experience in school would have been better. If teachers just kind of like, people have to make a stand. People in authority positions need to make stands. Like, that's why you're placed there, to guard that. And I think a lot of this bullying could come to a stop if more teachers were more proactive and put a stop to it, like, right then and there, you know? And so, like, you really do put a stop to it right then and there.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
I don't be having it. It's so funny. I give them a speech every time I got to give them groups, and like they're definitely like making fun of it, but like they know I don't tolerate anything else. But when I have to like give them group work and I say I picked your groups, or like I'm switching their seating around, and I say, all right, like basically new groups, and I was like, fix your faces. I don't want no moaning, no groaning. I said, join your heart, loving your souls. I'm like, you love everybody. I'm like, start grinning and cheesing. I was like, when you get your partners, turn to them and say, I'm so happy to work with you. And they're like, and they all do it, but I think they're like totally not taking it super, like, whatever, whether you're serious or you're not. Because I'm like, I don't want to see eye rolls. I don't want moaning and groaning. I'm like, because that's mean. Like, I wouldn't, like, imagine like someone's like, oh. Like, and then I gotta be their partner, and like I already know how they feel, like they don't want to work with me. Like, no, like it's just bad vibes. They know I don't do bad vibes in my room, so I'm like, nope. I'm like, all right, new groups. I said, love in your heart, joy in your soul. And they're like grinning, and they start grinning and cheesing, and it's funny, but they know I'm so serious. Like, I don't want to.
But they love you. Like they really do love you, all the kids, because you're a really good teacher.
Girl, I try, girl. To do what I can do, it.
Yeah, so I repeat stuff too. I'm not a princess over here. I
wear the same pants and shoes and stuff. I'm just saying stuff that's like loud. Like I'm not wearing the same dress again. But next year I will. I'm saving it all for next year. But I'm not wearing like the girl. Bust it.
Like, who am I, right? The benefit of uniforms. Yeah, kiss style. have a cute little uniform.
Girl.
All right, guys.
Oh my gosh. Are we coming to an end?
Are we?
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
Why got them Crocs there?
Girl, because we've been talking about Crocs. Now they're advertising Crocs to us.
No way. They just popped up?
Girl, Crocs.
Wow.
We got Crocs advertisement.
Really? That's scary.
But I think also, because my social media was found by my students, which I think I'm different than maybe the rest of the staff or like teachers out there. Like, so, like, I don't know, at least in my district, like, I don't know, like everyone's social media is on lockdown, shut down, private mode, all of that. And when I was going through my new teacher orientation, like they drilled into us, do not interact with students on social media, no messages, no following, no nothing. So like, I got that 100%, like no interacting with students on social media. Totally understandable.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
But people know I'm on social media. I make money from social media. So I was not making my YouTube private, Instagram private, TikTok's private. I'm not doing any of that because I feel like I'm not doing anything that's worth privating. I said, but kids need to learn boundaries. So they found my Instagram, my TikTok, or YouTube. It was just kind of like a domino effect. Once you find one, you find them all. So it was like a big thing. Like, oh my gosh, like, you know, we found, you know, Miss Wesley's Instagram. We found her YouTube. We found her TikTok. We found all stuff. And so like, I had a conversation with every single one of my classes. Like, I know my social media has been found and like, it's mine. Like, I enjoy social media like you guys do. And like, I need you to respect my boundary. I don't need you in my comments. Because like when I first found it, it was like, you know, Miss Wesley, like commenting on, I'm like, I don't need you doing any of that. Like you can look at it, ooh and ah, think it's cool, whatever. Yeah, I'm on social media. I was like, but I need you to like respect my boundary that like, you know, I enjoy it like you enjoy it. So just kind of don't with my social media. And so like they understand that and they don't bother my social media. And I'm like, it's just setting the boundary. And like my kids respect my social media. And I like that. But it's like, you know, oh my gosh, you have this followers and you're MADCURLS on YouTube and you're this and you're that. And it's just like, yep, we can ooh and ah, think it's cool, whatever, but don't interact, don't comment, don't do none of that. Please and thank you. And they don't.
That's good till we have a whole algorithm on YouTube. We do? Girl, they must be giving algorithms away. Oh my gosh. Because like when you have activity, then I guess you get in there. How we got on there, I don't know, but I'm glad to know we definitely knew that people were watching them, and also the Power in Black T-shirts. Y'all are buying the Power in Black T-shirts, like. But
I wonder if like subconsciously like that hinders me too because I know even though they're not commenting, like they're still there, and I think.
I'm talking about Power in Black T-shirts.
I'm sorry, and I think that's why I brought up my kids on social media and like why like I'm weird with social media like right now. I don't know. I think because maybe my students are there, like even though I'm not doing anything or saying anything, like I don't know. But yeah, Power in Black T-shirts, y'all are buying them because we're getting a check from there every month too. Someone's using MADCURLS codes on Power in Black every single month.
Yeah, and we're like, I love Power in Black T-shirts. So this was fun. Y'all that just came into the room, go back to the beginning, explains all where we've been, what we've been up to. And
Erica and my sister, students always find out she has to block them. Yeah, I no issue blocking them.
Repeating it.
So we got a new student, and he was like saying, "Oh, I found Ms. Wesley's social media," and we were looking at him like we've been founded back in September, and so like I had to school him like, yeah, like you're not telling anybody anything new because he kept saying it, and like he wanted me to address it. So I'm there to say, okay, like I heard you. Like, let me tell you something though. And like, I had to give him the spiel. Like, and then when I was done, he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Like you found it. Like you're not telling anybody anything new. It's been found. I was like, now what you don't know is y'all not talking to me on social media, not interacting with me on social media, not being annoying on social media to me. Like you're not doing any of that. I'm like, cause that's my boundary I'm setting. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, yep. All right, cool. Fabulous. So yeah.
I know some people really care that much about repeating outfits. I don't know. I think people that like study, people just watch. Sometimes people just get onto someone and they just like watch everything.
I wasn't saying it like I would never repeat an outfit. I would. I'm just not this year. Like I have so much fun trying new things. Like I'm not saying outfit repeaters are bad. I'm not saying that.
I know you girl.
I wear the same pants again and shoes. Like these wide leg jeans I've repeated multiple times. I repeat sweatpants. Like
I repeat bottoms every Friday night. But tonight I have on sweatpants.
I repeat outfits. Well, bottoms and shoes sometimes, but things that are obvious. No. But next year, like, stuff will be repeated.
Thank you, Nanny Diaries.
If I don't spend the summer selling it to buy new things.
Thumbs up these, what is it? The buttonness here. The likes. For your exit stage
Like
left.
the live before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
We have all these codes, discount codes. I wonder if they still work. Moisture Love, Eat BodyWorks, Nature's Little Secret, Alikay Naturals. Do all these codes still work?
I don't know. I know
Amazon store, MADCURLS merch.
Really?
Oh, we got update our ages. I'm 27, you're 53. We got update
What
this.
did you have us say? What?
I have you 53, me 27. Okay, this hasn't been updated in
Alright.
a minute.
Wow. Too bad it doesn't just like automatically update. They know people age.
Well, it doesn't even have to be in there. It's our description box. I put it in there, so I have to manually go in there and
So
fix it.
anybody new in the room tonight? So we can just ding. Anybody new that has not been identified, come forward. This is the time you would come forward.
It's the time you come forward, step into the light. So we can say hi. Hi. Hi, bye.
Right, I know. Let's see.
We're MADCURLS. Mother and daughter curls. Which some people are still like, MADCURL? That stands for mother and daughter curls?
It does.
Yeah.
And we share the same birthday.
We share the same birthday. Fun facts.
All right, we're gonna give it a quiz one day.
Hi, Ida. Is it Ida? Did I pronounce that?
I am new. Okay, Ida, new.
Hi.
Welcome. We need a welcome song.
Do we?
We
Who's
do.
singing it?
You.
Probably not, girl. Okay. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Let's welcome Ida.
Yeah, we had the welcoming committee.
Welcoming committee,
The
right?
welcoming
I
crew.
know. I always had a cleanup crew.
Oh, right, and the ones that handed out the goodie bags at the end.
Yeah.
Someone to shut off the lights and close the door.
Yeah.
Girl, we used to have fun. Okay, so with our lives, we leave them up. So once it's done downloading, you can like watch the playback.
Yeah, so if you came in halfway through, whatever, we always just leave them up there on our channel, and
Yep.
you can revisit them.
But yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully, we'll see you guys soon.
Yes, no, we're gonna try to be dedicated.
Dedicated, so that's next week.
Hopefully,
Hopefully, God willing.
God willing.
What's it say? If God doesn't tarry or something. God doesn't something.
Yeah, what did somebody say one time?
God willing.
God willing.
All right,
He'll
guys.
be willing.
It's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us and coming back
Yeah.
to our
I
MADCURLS
know,
live
and
because it's been a
supporting
minute.
us. I know, because we've been gone for like a while, and y'all are still there.
You're still here.
Still care about little old us.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
And a good weekend.
All right.
We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Bye.
Hi, Kimby. Bye, Kimby. It's her first live.
Oh,
She's ever
first live.
caught.
Okay. All right.
Good
All right. Good night. Welcome and goodbye.
night.
Come early next time. Grab a seat.
Hi, bye.
The seats go quick.
Right, the seats in the front.
Right.
They always say, come on in, there's seats in the back. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Whew. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. Wait, I forget. Where's the button? Oh, is it up here?